Good morning.
Howdy.
Is it?
Are we live?
There we go.
We are. I just didn't want to echo.
I can't find it to get the chat out.
That's what I'm looking. I can find the old one, but not this one. Where are we?
You'll just have to type in, I guess, my name. Type in there because
at your channel.
Yes, there's CC.
Okay, I got you now. Oh dear.
All right, live now. Here we go. Here we go. Life is good. Here we go.
I know. Lynn, I'm still not right. Hey, Joy. Everything's crazy on my end.
Okay.
All right, now I'm back. Back to the. Here we go. There we go. Look at that. Take two. Good morning to Joy and CCC2. Good morning to Joy and CCC2.
Yeah, Darlene's having a little trouble. She's going to get an Ethernet cable today so that she can hardwire into the modem and or router, whatever. And so she doesn't get that where her lips are moving and she's not saying a word.
She likes being in those bad Japanese, Chinese movies with the bad translations.
Yep, the Godzilla movies.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you just sit there.
Only in America.
Say something, Darlene.
I am.
Say something. Oh.
I am rebooting.
Did you get MawMaw up?
I told her. Okay. When I unplugged and came on this side of the table, it took my internet away for a minute. So now I'm having to update my computer.
I see.
So can they see you guys good?
I believe. Can you guys? Good morning, Aaron Marcus. Good morning to you. Good morning, Aaron Marcus. Good morning to you. Why am I echoing? Am I muted in? I better check. Yep, I'm muted. Why am I echoing? All right. Am I still echoing?
No.
All right. Oh my goodness. Why? Why do people want me to be popular in the morning when I'm trying to be busy?
Is that why you're not talking, Darlene?
Do what?
Is that why you're not talking, because of the lag?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Can you hear me though, even with the lag?
Yeah?
Kalen?
Can everybody see everybody else?
Yes.
Give me just a moment.
You just look like a bad Godzilla movie, you know,
Okay.
from about the 70s.
Yeah, I know. Well, because I want to get my paint on, you guys. I mean, I got my stuff out and I want to paint. And as long as you guys can be seen and can carry us through. Can you guys see Traci and Sandi good?
The dogs are going off. I'll be back in a minute.
All right. Yes, please smile. Paint, paint. I'm going to. Okay. Whew.
I love the view. Okay, I did. Hoya vey, hoya vey. I'm like feeling all kitty wampus.
Me too.
Discombobulated.
Me too.
Nothing yet.
Okay. As long as this clears a bail.
We can see everyone and hear everyone fine. We just hear you, then see your lips move. Eh. All right, whatever.
Wait, no, wait, this is what I'll do.
Be like you're in a harem, Darlene, and just put a little veil over your mouth.
There. Okay, is this better?
Yeah, there you go. No, it's not. Then it's not. Dad's garage is
Greg.
Craig.
Yeah.
Good morning to Greg. Good morning to you. Good morning to Greg. Good morning to you.
I thought Dad's vintage garage was John.
Yeah. No. Wait a minute. I'm confused now.
Are you John?
It's
I
too
need to
early.
sing good morning to John or Craig, whichever your name really is. Good morning to John or Craig, whichever your name really is.
Oh, I keep getting you mixed up. I'm sorry, John. I keep getting you mixed up with, oh, shoot. Chicago, what is his name? Chicago Flipper. For some reason, I want to call you Greg
And him, John.
and him John.
That's all right. We're all human. Sandy, we're all human.
Hustler. Chicago Hustler, that's it. I
Yeah.
haven't seen him around for a while. Has anybody else seen him?
I have not. I have not. I have a broken leg. Darlene, what you working on? You working on your little me painting?
I am. I am. Today just felt like the day, and then everything wants to go crazy.
Well, you know, crazy is as crazy does.
Crazy good. And you know what else? Life is like a box of chocolates.
You never know just what you're gonna get.
That's right.
Oh, okay. Good. I'm glad that he's around. That he hasn't disappeared. Almost fell off my chair.
Don't do that, Sandi.
I know.
That probably wouldn't feel so good.
I'm sure it wouldn't.
Is Derek gonna come back, or he just left us forever?
He'll probably go to his channel.
I know, but it wasn't quite time yet. I mean, he could have come back in for a few more minutes. Did you send Adam the link? Because I know he had a doctor appointment, but maybe he can pop back in now when he gets out of his doctor appointment. That'll be nice.
Let me see. I did.
Okie dokie.
No, Joy, I didn't even finish the one I poured last night.
Red Solo cup, I fill you up. It's time to party. It's time to party.
Yep.
She's trying to distract you from being distracted from her voice not being synced to her picture.
That's what I'm doing.
I think you might be synced back up now. Take it off for 1 second. Let's see if you're synced back up now.
It's not.
Picture's good.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah,
you're synced back up now.
Oh, man.
No more bad Godzilla movies.
Godzilla! Godzilla!
That's my grandson. The other one, that's Callan. Callan's hanging out with me yesterday and today. And then I think, oh, I'm good till Friday. I think he's coming back on Friday.
Well, guys, I'm going to have to bounce out of here and get over to Kent so I can get some coffee and something to eat before we take off.
Okay.
I will see you guys probably later today if I get home soon enough.
All right.
Yeah, right. And I really
be safe, Miss Sandi.
I will. Love you guys. See you later.
Love you too.
Good morning, Cleveland Picker. Good morning to you. Good morning, Cleveland Picker. I dropped my phone on the floor.
Oh, you guys, this morning has been a morning. Okay, I'm just saying. Tomorrow I have to get an Ethernet cord so that way I can do what I have to do from this laptop, because StreamYard doesn't seem to want to, you know,
doesn't seem to want to cooperate.
But it's great. The quality of the picture when it's if you're connected well. But if like I'm not connected well, you guys will see everybody else real plain. But then here I am 20 minutes behind.
20 minutes behind, not 20 minutes.
Felt like 20 minutes.
Oh,
tomorrow. Hey, all right, you guys. Today is welcome to Traci and Darlene in the morning. And what I'm working on, you guys, is a painting. I started doing I think about my first ever broadcast, wasn't it? Or first ever show. Right?
I think so.
And yeah, I called it Little Me. If you guys ever listen to Mercy Me, they sing this song about I think it's called Little Me, and it's where if the boy could go back in time, the lead singer wrote it. If he could go back in time, what he would say
to little me.
Yes, to his little me. And that morning, I'd already had this painting in mind, but that morning when my husband was playing that song before he went into work, and I heard the what that song was about, it really it touched my soul, and it started, I guess you could say, this picture of the little me and what I could talk to her about. So I do have in the early you could find it under Little Me, I think it is, where I first started this endeavor. And it's all about, and it's really helped me. I feel like I've come a long way as far as my strength of, I don't know how to say it, Traci.
Putting the past in the past.
Yeah. And it's made me feel, you know, a little bit stronger. Aaron Marcus says he had to babysit this weekend. He didn't get much done at all.
Probably not. I know the feeling.
All right, MawMaw, I'm on this side of the table. And Sandi says she had to go. Sandi had to
gonna
go.
ride into Salt Lake with
The boys.
Ken, and
She's riding into Salt Lake with the boys. See, you guys, I got to shake the swear jar at MawMaw first thing this morning.
good morning to MawMaw. Good morning to you. Good morning to MawMaw. Good morning to you. I love you, MawMaw.
I love you too. So, you guys, it's hard for me to paint backward. So, I mean, that's basically what I'm doing while I'm talking to you guys, is painting this. Are you through with this? You're going to use I'm going to use. All right. All right. Well, I guess you'll have to eat around on that side. Joyce
Are you
said,
using the different kind of paint now on the wings, or?
you know, what I did was I did them in glue.
Oh, okay.
And the glue, remember that day I was just taking the glue and I was just kind of going crazy outlining them. And the glue is dry, but it kind of gave some dimension. And I won't have to do as much to them. And now I want to do the mirror because I have glass pieces that I want to put in the mirror.
Yeah, that's going to be cool.
So it's got to give it some more dimension.
Tell MawMaw that Ricardo wants her to help him in his auction in 2 weeks.
MawMaw, Ricardo wants you to help him in his auction in 2 weeks.
I can't call no auction.
Yeah, yes, you all you have to do for an auction
is a hey, dollar.
Yeah, no, you ain't got to say it that way. You just talk like
Just
you
talk like your normal self, MawMaw.
Yeah. You just read the chat to them. You know, that's not. She'll do it, Ricardo. What time of the day?
If I can't, Darlene will.
Yes. Yes. If I can't, Ricardo, if she can't, I will. So, what time of the day? Joy, what did MawMaw say? Yeah, MawMaw. Joy said, "MawMaw, you will help."
Where's your camera?
Right here. Right here, on my laptop.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you don't want to be seen in your PJs. Okay. Oh, okay. It's 7 p.m. Saturday night.
2 weeks.
7 p.m. What, Pacific time, or?
Oh, yeah, that's right, Ricardo. What time zone? Because we're in Eastern time.
I think he's in Central. He's in Texas.
Get away from there. See, Joy said there is no such thing as can't, and she hollered can't at you. Central, he's on Central. So
that's not so bad.
No, because she's a night owl, so that won't be bad at all.
Yeah.
Yes, so yes.
What we can do.
Not see what we, yeah, she will. You guys, it's just been one of those mornings, but guess what? We toughed it out. We're here. We're doing our thing.
Showing up.
Oh, today's the 50th anniversary of the Apollo Walk on the Moon mission. Look, I was 4 years.
Cool.
I was 4 years old.
My mama, being the type of person she was, when they actually walked on the moon, she got all of us kids in front of the TV to watch to make sure we saw it. So that's kind of cool because she's like, my mom's always thought historical things were important for us to see even as kids. So she stood us all in front of the TV and made us watch.
Mine probably didn't believe it was real.
Cheryl said she did too. Her mom made her watch too.
I probably, you know what? I was child number 4. Child number 4 and one in the oven probably. So I don't know. She probably did put us all in front of the TV so she could get her a quick break. Because my mom had children every 2 years for up to 6 kids.
Oh, good heavens.
Yeah. Oh, but I was perfect, you guys. She didn't have no problem with me. I'm just saying.
I was the perfect child too, right? Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to turn this down a little bit so you guys can see that I'm just kind of playing with the wings. The wings have really intimidated me. And Traci knows that, and LizzAnn knows that I've had a hard time with the wings. Now, hey, Darlene, see, I can't do both, you guys, because I can't see you guys. MawMaw, when you get back, MawMaw, when you get back in here, they want to hear your version of the Walk on the Moon. So thank you, Ricardo. I have really been working on this for a few months. When I finally got the little girl done, I cried. I cried when I got the little girl done. So yeah, that was the hardest thing. I thought it was the hardest thing, and then the wings have really intimidated me. And LizzAnn told me to just leave it alone for a while. And that's basically what I've done, is kind of left it alone.
Yeah. When you're done with YouTube and you walk this way, go like this. Okay?
Why?
Because there's tape right here.
Okay.
Uh-oh,
Geanna, when you get done, walk like this. Got it. Did I sing to Darlene B? I don't have her on my list. I don't think I did. Good morning, Darlene B. Good morning to you. Good morning, Darlene B. Good morning to you.
Yay!
On YouTube.
Yes, I always have to sing on YouTube, Callan. Yes, I do. Both of my grandkids are just the same. They both think it's totally annoying. So I'm glad somebody enjoys it because they think I'm annoying.
Well, your Nana is not annoying. She is amazing.
See, they think I'm amazing, Callan.
We love your Nana.
He's just ignoring me now. Stinker butt.
He's probably thinking, whatever.
Yeah. 6-year-olds apparently don't think that nanas are cool, and that's all right. Lately, it's hard for me to even get a hug or anything from those little ones anymore because they think they're too cool for that.
Thank you, Cheryl. You know, Cheryl, if you go back and were to see, you know, what the little me was about, it's you know, it's sad, but I've been able to take her out of her box. So
Yes.
where I've been able to take her from where I used to hide and under things to get away from, I guess you would call it domestic. Now everything's labeled domestic violence, whether it is parents fighting physically or mentally, cussing, and you know, all the things that affects children. And some kids continue doing what they were raised in. And then there's some like me and my 2 sisters that did not want to go down that same pathway of talking to our children like we were taught to. So, you know, that's the whole, that was going to be what I did this about, but it's kind of took on different dimensions because, you know, none of us are just all one person. You know, we all had different things that we went through.
Touches my soul because I used to hide my head under my pillow when my mother and my stepfather used to fight. And they used to say, my stepfather used to say very mean things to us kids. He was not a swimmer, but yet they would take us to the lake, and we were all taught to swim. My mom made sure, because she didn't know how to swim either, that she made sure we all knew how to swim, that we all took swimming lessons. And we would be like wading in Lake Superior, and you know, it takes a really long time for it to get deep. And granted, Lake Superior is a very deep lake, but up by the shore, it's very shallow. And my stepfather would say things like, "You guys be careful not to go too far, because I don't care if you drown, but what would I say to the neighbors?" Like, really?
Yeah. Yep. Well, my dad, because my dad believed in the whole throwing the kid into the pool for a minute before getting up, which I didn't do that exactly to my kids or grandkids. I would hold them, you know, and teach them how to swim.
Right.
But I remember my dad just holding me and dropping me into the water, and you know, it terrified me. I mean, it terrified me, you know, of being in the water for a long time. All right, MawMaw's in here. MawMaw, the space shuttle. I mean, the first space.
The walk on the moon.
Where was you at, and do you remember it?
I remember it, but I don't remember where I was saying it.
Did you guys have a TV then here?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sure then your boys. Yeah, but if your boys, I was 4. So Kevin he was 7. So you had 6, 7, and 8-year-olds. So I bet those boys were all excited about it.
They were. My daddy didn't believe in it.
See? Did you guys hear MawMaw? Her dad didn't believe it.
But he didn't live to see it.
Oh, he didn't. Oh, he never thought it would happen.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Her dad died.
It happened in '69.
It is the. I'm trying to find it. All right. How long has it been? Right, today is the 50th
50
anniversary.
years.
So 50 years. So your dad was not here to see us.
He died in '68. I think the thing was in '69 or something like that.
Yeah, because Stephen was little when his papa died.
Yeah.
All right, Traci's coloring a sheet,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
MawMaw does not need to go do anything because of her hands.
I can't.
Her
No, she
hands
doesn't.
are hurting her so bad.
This is, I originally started to
Darling.
Mm-hmm.
color in these adult coloring books when I first became disabled, because I didn't have any real hobbies, and I was having such a hard time being home by myself, that this was something I did that kind of helped me take my mind off the pain. And on a day like today, where I haven't been able to eat a thing this morning because I'm just nauseous from the pain, it helps me to think about something different.
All right, Misha.
So it truly is therapy.
All right, Misha came in.
Good morning to Misha. Good morning to you. Good morning to Misha. Good morning to you.
Now you have to go like, if you're going this way, you have to go like that.
Is it one of the green?
Mm.
Grandkids.
Good morning, Anamora. Good morning to you. Good morning, Anamora. Good morning to you. Yeah, that's my grandson. He's like, I don't know where he found tape, but he found a thing of tape, and he's using it all up, making traps across my living room when I go out that way. So I'll be sure to probably fall on my rear end, but that's all right.
Oh
I'll help you.
You'll help me walk through it? All right.
my gosh.
This, I'm going to give you a quick peek. This is Callan, Brantley's cousin Callan.
Beautiful.
Tape.
Tape. All right.
Sweet.
Yeah, tape.
Is he crazy? They're 2 months and 5 days apart, and they are like a world apart personality, but they get along so well, and they play so good together.
Oh no. John said to tell him to take your toilet seat.
No, don't tell them stuff like that. All right, that's spam mail. Spam phone call. I don't need that.
Yeah, no, John, we don't give them any
No, we don't give them any ideas like that, because they will do it.
Oh, they tried anyway.
Especially little Brantley. He's a little trickster for sure.
and Brantley, where's he at this morning?
Brantley is with his mom this week, so he is actually, yesterday and today, he is camping with his grandma, with his other grandma, and his Uncle Frank, his great Uncle Frank. So that'll be fun, because his mom's brother Frank just became a widower in the last year or so, so they do a lot of things together, which is kind of nice. And they take Brantley to stuff like that. Otherwise, he wouldn't get a chance with his mom. She, well, obviously, she has to work for a living, so you know how that is.
Did I show again since we restart? All right. Cece, you're right, Traci. It's good therapy to her, but one daughter is talented at it, but she doesn't like it. She says it makes her nervous and stressed, and it does not relax her. So I don't know why it relaxes me, is what Cheryl said.
I'm glad I don't have, John, I'm glad I don't have a kitchen sink sprayer, because I don't. That's a good thing. Because my brother used to put a rubber band around it so that when you turned the water on, it sprayed you. But it's, I never thought I was good at it. Darlene and LizzAnn are convincing me that I'm better than I think I am. But
Yeah.
I have colored some pictures that I look back at later and go, ew, those colors look so terrible all together. And this one that I'm working on this morning is feeling like one of those, but that's okay. It's still relaxing to me. It still makes me think about something different.
And MawMaw is more than just dream catchers, you guys. MawMaw started doing colored pencils and stuff when she met me.
I was gonna say you got me started.
Yeah, I got her started because she didn't think she could do it, but yet I would see these T-shirts that she designed for her boys when they were younger.
Yeah.
They didn't have money, I guess, Mama, back then to buy the T-shirt with the kiss emblem or the cool T-shirt. Yeah, the cool T-shirt. So MawMaw would design the T-shirts and do it with that fabric paint they had back then. Remember those?
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah.
look like paint pens.
Yeah. Yeah.
For younger people that don't know, they would come Tri-Chem colors. They would come in tubes like this, but they would have like a point. Good morning, Joe. Sing to
Good morning, Granny Josie. Good morning to you. Good morning, Granny Josie. Good morning to you.
So what you had to do back then is you would hold it and then you would color it in with that. And I still have a pillowcase my grandmother made for me in California. So it's fading a little bit and I don't use it, but it's put up. So she probably done that when I was 2, so 52 years ago, and I still have it put up and I still see my name and little cat on it. But let me see what you're doing, Traci. Hold it up. Oh, wait, let me click on you. Oh, yeah. See, I can't do those colors.
I'm just trying to do.
That intimidates me.
It does?
Yeah. To color something like that intimidates me. And Jennifer, I'm hoping, is doing something so that way afterwards she can share it. One day I'm going to get Jennifer on here so she could color and let me see if Casey is up. About we can do church we'll go better once we get back in the next week or whatever of it.
It's just hard to believe that we have all only known each other a few months, and I feel like I know some of you so well that I would, like, we could sit down in the same room and just carry on a conversation just like we do here in the mornings, and it would be like nothing different.
And if the Ethernet helps, then that's, by goodness, what I'm going to get me today is the Ethernet cable.
An Ethernet cable?
Yes. I know I didn't ask this, but I'm going to ask it again because it's one of those kind of mornings. Did I show what I got, what Adam bought me?
You did earlier, but now we're on a different stream. You might want to show it again.
All right. From last Monday's auction, Adam, no, it's been I think it was the auction before when
I think it was the one with Donatello, wasn't it?
It might have been anyway. So Adam got me. Got me this from Rebecca. So I like that. Don't Casey looked over. I read off the names. It says stories by Barbara Bush, Reba McEntire, Joan Rivers, Irma Bombeck, Dave Barry, and many more. When I said Joan Rivers, Casey just said, "You have me until then." But in Irma Bombeck,
I liked her.
I read some books about her, and I did not know that she had a son that struggled, that tried to hide or not bring forth that he was gay, and I forget how they found out that he was. But you got to understand that was a different era too.
Right.
It was way back. And when I read that book, I don't even know how I got that book. And I wasn't even going through that at the time. I mean, my kids were real young. So I read her struggles. Well, Cheryl was a 70s kid.
Tie-dye t-shirt.
Did you guys?
Now they do it with black shirt, twirl it with a fork and use bleach in sections and then put dye in those spots. I bet that is pretty.
Yeah, I used to love the tie-dye. I think at one point everything was tie-dyed.
Oh yeah.
So Jennifer, are you gonna do something today? And and Joy, I still have to go find the email and show your artwork. You guys, I am so behind. I don't know what has been going on. Adam, you can come in now because we're on Google Hangouts. It'll pick up. I sent you the link. Oh, Cheryl says she had a tie-dyed bikini.
Aw.
You know, I guess we could have let things just said, well, heck, everything's going wrong. The feed's not doing right. Miss Darlene looks like she's about to break out in some karate moves. But, you know, we just jumped back to do it the way we were doing it, and I'm glad now. And I got a little bit done on my picture. I got to let it dry so that way I can add the actual glue the broken mirror parts on it.
Right.
I know, Joy. I don't know why it wasn't showing. It wasn't showing my I couldn't find it when I was trying to set myself up. I'm like, where am I at? But yes, Adam, it was. Adam, I even put on a mask over my mouth so that way you couldn't see when my mouth moved.
To try to not be quite so distracting, but then she finally synced up on the Hangouts. Which sometimes on the Hangouts before you would be off in the very beginning and then it would.
Yes.
It always does that sometimes
computer.
when she gets on.
My computer. No. But, you know, I'll end up with a new computer. It'll be around November, and I'll get one. I'll get me one. It'll be a lot better, and I won't have that problem.
Yeah.
Because this, I told Traci, this is my therapy, you guys, and I have paperwork to fill out, and that paperwork, you better bet I'm going to say what has helped me is the only thing that's helped me. Yeah, social because I have to answer a questionnaire about, do I go to social functions? I really don't. I just started going to church and I've only been 2 times. So this is the only thing, and I call this therapy because
It
this
is
morning,
therapy.
yesterday and last night, you know, it was so bad. And like Traci said, sometimes you just have to find something to take your mind off. And you guys are all my, you know, therapy.
Mm-hmm.
It's no different than if you know, were to go to a building. It's better,
Right.
really.
It's
But
no different than going to a group therapy, except that this group, we like all the people in the group. And it always seems like if you get sent to some group therapy, there's always 1 or 2 people that you're like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that person does not just close their lips. Please shut that pie hole. You are driving me crazy.
wow, why don't I paint my? Why don't you paint your kitchen wall borders? You mean the is it the crown molding? I don't know what you can see. Let me look and see. Let me see. Oh, are you talking about like doing a stencil around the thing, Ricardo? Yeah, Misha said hanging out is sure enough therapy for her. Helps her focus on her work during the day, and when she's not at work, it makes her mind more relaxed.
Yeah.
Ricardo, I cannot. I painted this kitchen. It had not been painted since before me and my husband got. I don't even know when they painted it last. It was in 3 different shades, and I just happened to have some green paint. I painted this probably a little over 10 years ago, and it had not been painted probably in, let me see, 50 years. No joke. No joke. And we have 10-foot ceilings. So I was going up and down ladders, and I painted it all myself, even though I didn't ever get a 3rd coat on the ceiling. And, you know, I can't do it now.
You couldn't do it now. You couldn't hold your arm up that long.
No, And see, even then, I did not know that had I fallen off the ladder, it could have killed me, because at that point, my neck, I had not had neck surgery. I just hurt all the time, and I'd come in from work and I'd paint. I love paint. I used to love to paint kitchens and different things like that. And I did have a business where I would paint somebody, say, their kitchen, and then I would stencil borders and I'd paint their cabinets. I did all that. And maybe that's why it's, oh, yeah, yeah, we have very high ceilings. So, you know, it's for me to stand on things like that, really touch and go. When I finally had my neck x-rayed, because I was having headaches so bad, they told me that I needed to have surgery right away. And I had to wait until my FMLA kicked in. So I had to struggle with the pain of my neck. And I had to have 5 vertebrae taken out of my neck. So you only have 7. So they took the middle 5 out, gave me zombie bones. That's what I call them. I tell my grandson, I got zombie parts, and so then they did a plate and did screws. So my neck, I have an $80,000 something neck. That's you know, 80 something thousand. So you know, they very well said if you leave here today and you are in a wreck or you fall off a chair, or do not go on ladders, do not stand in chairs. If you fall, you can either die or be paralyzed, because I even had a, what do you call them, Traci, a bone spur?
Yeah. Bone
I had a
spur.
bone, yeah, I even had a bone spur that was digging and almost into my spinal cord. Yeah, Cheryl, I did that back when I was in my 30s.
Pieces of tape in here.
I worked around the kids' schedule, so that way, I would go to different people's houses while my kids were, either Casey was in daycare, or sometimes I take him with me. But when they started school, I did different daycares. So I did murals. I loved it. I mean, I loved it. One day, Ricardo, did I say that right? I always say the wrong word. Yeah, it's Ricardo, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So one day, Adam said, "So I'm good from the neck up." Well, from
Yeah.
here to
For
here,
now.
Adam, but sometimes here to here is not that great. Not that great. Oh, see, Cheryl used to do murals in the VA nursing home.
Aw.
I used to love. I mean, I did a muscled up shark for my nephew. They had a gym. I forget even the name of the gym, and they showed me a picture this big of this shark with muscles. So I did a 8-foot shark with muscles on their little in their room, their muscle, whatever, their gym. And because MawMaw, it messed
We
up.
had some difficulties, MawMaw.
It was my computer. But when, you know, in my introduction, I did retouch the introduction to this show, or like my YouTube, because it's more than, it started out, it was just going to be my crafting stuff, doing from my middle room in there, but it has developed into much more. But it's still the same. I mean, the faith I have in God, it's a God-given talent for all of us. You use whatever talent, and you know. Oh, Cheryl did a disabled veterans art class.
Aw.
Well, see, Derek, with a lot of Derek's, he did art therapy because of he's almost blind. So he did a ceramics class, and you could go back and see where he did that. Adam, I don't know why you don't just jump in. Oh, so Cheryl, do you have your murals? Do you have them on your channel, or is it on Facebook? Because I'd love to see them. I had one I did. I did one when I guess I was about 34, 35, on the outside of a antique store. And you know, it is still there. That paint, it was of a buggy, you know, is the silhouette of like a horse-drawn buggy. So it's the silhouette. and it's the name of the store, and it's wisteria, because I had the wisteria and the lattice. I did have that stencil. So then I did the front of the building, and I painted like it was 2 huge pots, clay pots on each side of the doors. And then I painted I stenciled lattice going over the doors, and then I did the wisteria. And in the wisteria, I would freehand I freehanded the hummingbirds. And it's still there, and I'm amazed that, and it was just apple barrel paint, you guys. It was it was not expensive paints. It was just apple barrel paints.
That's
and
crazy.
And I didn't seal it, and it's still there.
Adam said he will from his car in about 5 minutes. Battery is low. How low can it go?
And now I've never done pottery. I really wished I could do pottery. That's something that I never learned to do. And I would like to learn how to tile, like the mosaic kind of tile.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
Because there's weird things that I want to. I swore all the stuff that's gotten broken, all my chicken stuff that people have broken. I told the kids, I said, I'm going to go in there in that middle room, and I'm just going to start taking those broken pieces and just gluing them to the wall. I guess I need to upload more on my Facebook art page. And Traci, you need to share your color pages to that. So it's on my Facebook. It's Norgus. I'm trying to think. There's Norgus, and then there's Norgus R Crafting with the Crawlies. That's my other channel. Farm calls, and then she's making soap. You guys, I'm almost out of my soap. Take care of my baby chick, my little red hen. I finally got.
See you soon, Darlene.
Darlene's got me. I made her name my little red hen after me. Her little
little Norgus.
It is little Norgus.
Little Norgus.
So Misha, I guess, look, when you gonna come on here, because you could explain. Oh, good morning. Sing to Red.
Good morning. Is it Big Red?
No, it's Urban Viking. It's Red.
Just Red. Good morning to Red. Good morning to you. Good morning to Red. Good morning to you.
Yay. Oh, let me see. Yeah, yeah, you can message them to me, and then I'll put them in there. I just don't know, what your name is on Facebook. Yay, Misha. I would love that. I would love you to be able to walk me through, and if you gave me the stuff ahead of time, tell me I could get some stuff together, if that makes sense. Did that make sense, Traci?
Yep.
I would have some supplies to where I can try it. There's my cricket.
Good morning to Cricket. Good morning to you. Good morning to Cricket. Good morning to you.
Oh, you guys, I hate to what we call here in the South grunt and groan. But me and Traci, we're good to be, I think, with Traci.
Yep. I can hardly function today, but it is day and it's time to function. So you got to get up and you got to function.
Some days even a gallon I don't even know how much a gallon weighs, but sometimes it feels like it weighs 50 pounds. Oh, man. Yes, discombobulated today, you guys.
Yep. Discombobulated kitty wampus, whatever you want to call it. That's what we are.
And you guys, this was for color. This was for color. That's my color for the day, is my headband. And I didn't put this headband on the in the auction because it was just a trial thing. So, and I still have I have 3 hats to mail off. 2 already have their stickers, but I'm working on adding some extra stuff to one of the boxes. But anyway, that's not something I would want to do very often, is have a live auction, because you guys, it might not be much for some people, but it just took too much for me. And everybody
Think about, like, Rebecca has stuff every week, more than once a week. She does a live auction. Then you got to ship everything off, package it up, ship it off.
Well, you have to go into your PayPal. You have to
get paid.
print off the shipping labels. You got to find boxes. I should have had boxes before that. I just figured they would fit in coffee boxes, and you know what? Some of them did, but guess what? Some of them didn't. So there I was, tensed up about all of it, and it really wore me out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's doing his show with but I'm gonna tell you guys, I still like StreamYards, because usually when I was on that side, Google acted crazy with me. So I know it's my computer. My computer's getting slower and slower, and it has to stay plugged up all the time, or else it don't want to act right. So
yeah.
But let me see. I'm trying to watch the chat, you guys, because I was called out about that. I thought we did pretty good about the chats.
Sometimes, I think sometimes, like doing the art therapy days, it's a little bit more difficult, because I've tried to do something besides just chatting, and it's a little bit more.
Yeah. But I think it's what I thought was criticism to me was meant basically overall. You know,
Right.
if you have a chat, that people should spend more time. And 2, you know, it was right about time we started doing the StreamYards, and other people were doing what's the other one, Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
And we get all those people, like I called it buzzing. It started sounding like buzzing bees. That, you know, if you're talking to each other, you got that many people and you're talking to each other, how are you keeping up with the chat?
Right.
So, but yeah, I still took it as conductive criticism for myself, because you guys, we always want to be able to sing hello to you, and because, you know, without the chat, how in the world would I have ever stayed on?
Right.
And I'll tell you, I forget some of the first people that came on, like when I just did it without having anybody on, because I didn't know how to do Google Hangouts. But Adam, there would be like 3 people on, and Adam, the first time Adam came in the chat, I was like, oh, rock star, you know?
Yeah. Big Adam.
I was so excited. And that's why you guys, when I get over the top excited, it's because, you know, Traci.
When we were first starting out, we felt like those people that had hundreds of subscribers were like rock stars compared to just little old us.
Yeah, because we call ourselves peons. We're peons. Yeah. But, you know, I'm just happy with what we do. And
I am too. It's therapy. It helps me through my day. It helps me give me purpose to my day.
Because, you know, yesterday was, I call them crybaby days. I don't know what was wrong with me yesterday. I think a lot of it was pain. And, you know, it's not that you feel sorry for yourself and just want to cry. Sometimes you don't know why you want to cry. So, you know, here I was trying to fix something for supper, and I was like the kid. I asked Casey if he could just come in here while I, you know, and talk with me or sit in here with me. And when he got in here, I just started crying. He said, Mom, put his arm around me, and I just cried. He said, well, what's wrong? And I was just boohooing. I don't know.
Yep, I have those days. I don't know what's wrong.
Oh, Cheryl sending me a lot of pictures, and I can't wait to look at them. But, you know, we don't want to always be, like me and Traci said, we try to not be doom and gloom and this hurts, that hurts, and this hurts, because there's always somebody out there that is worse off.
Exactly. I always feel like there's got to be other people that have it way worse than I do, and I have no business boo-hooing about myself, you know?
But sometimes we have to. Sometimes that's why I feel like that I'm not angry, or would it be nice to, you know, if God decided to heal my whole body? I mean, of course, if I could wake up every day without pain.
Oh my gosh.
But how
I
would
forgot what that was even like, though.
See, I never had that. I used to blame it on the curse every month, you know, where my lower back hurt. Within once all of that was gone, guess what? I still hurt in my, you know, in my lower back on the same side. And, you know, they said, well, it's a cyst. So they took all that out. And I'm like, I'm still hurting. I'm still hurting my lower back that goes all the way through. So would I be, if I was extra out there, was able to exercise a lot, and Joy's a motivator. Sometimes,
yes, she is.
Sometimes I feel bad because I don't eat correct. And there are some people that through exercise, their RA is better. But unfortunately, I'm not one, because I had surgery. I lost 100 pounds, and my pain never. Oh, you sideways.
Where are you sideways? Why sideways?
I need to sharpen this one.
Sharpen it with this.
Why sideways?
In the top. There you are. That's better.
All right.
It's getting sharpened.
But yeah, I mean, if
Hold on, I gotta fix my thing.
If I didn't understand what chronic pain was, I wouldn't be able to understand people.
How do you sharpen
this? If I had not been around people that were alcoholics when I was a child, I probably wouldn't understand.
Let me go get my bag.
Is my cup over there They have coffee in it.
Yeah.
I had to sit on this side and it still didn't really help.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you, baby.
How was McDonald's, Adam?
Fine.
Hey, girl.
I
It's gonna
added
be
some more to my
breakfast a couple
picture,
days
baby.
next week. 3 days.
Hold on a minute.
The least expensive breakfast at the hotel was like $10.
Water clean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Straight to McDonald's, get it for like $5. So Sunday, I'll probably just get there around lunchtime. I'll grab something for lunch. And then Monday,
I know how to use one of these
on
handcuffs.
Tuesday, they don't have breakfast on Tuesday either, so I got to get breakfast on Tuesday. they have like a happy hour on Wednesday. No, happy hour on Tuesday. I'm sorry, happy hour on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Breakfast and lunch on Wednesday,
Yeah.
and breakfast on Thursday. And they have the party, like the closing party Thursday night. But the House of Blues is going to be tiny. Well, at least I don't have to get on a bus.
See,
We went to this other property,
can
it was like
do this.
mid-strip. So we had to get on. We had to walk to the bus for that exercise. We had to wait for the bus. We had to get on the bus, and we had to wait on the bus. Then we had to drive to the place, and we had to walk up to the place. We had to wait in line to get into the place. Then we left. We had to get on the bus again and wait for the bus to go. So this is all at the Mandalay Bay.
and
Now.
you did the same for yourself.
So it's going to be crowded, but at least I don't have to deal with all the aggravation. So we lose that. Traci? Can't hear you.
I was muted because I have a
Okay.
grandson that keeps wanting to talk.
What, do you know Brantley, have your other grandson?
Yeah, I have Callan today.
Alan?
Callan, yep, rhymes with Gallon. He's the other 6-year-old. So
I lost you. Oh, there you're back.
Are you talking to Adam?
Yeah,
Yes,
drop
I'm
off my
back there.
shirts. So I have plenty of shirts for dressy shirts. Not dressy shirts, but casual shirts.
Tell him that I never get to see his videos. I really understand them.
Alan sounds like Brandon.
yeah, they do. Come here for one quick second. I'll show them to you really quick. Come here. One quick second. Fast. Fast like a cheetah fast. Don't spill my soda though. This is Callan.
Hey, Callan.
Hi.
Nice to meet you, buddy.
All right.
Time to get pencil sharpening again.
He's wanting to sharpen all my pencils.
The ones that aren't sharp.
I just don't think that's going to work that way, buddy. That's not how that one works.
Then how do you
Where did Darlene go?
I asked her a while ago.
Oh, Destiny's on? I am like having trouble seeing today. I don't know if it's these glasses or what. Good morning to Destiny. Good morning to you. Good morning to Destiny. Good morning to you. I have to switch back to my other glasses.
Learn that lesson. Wow,
I
it's getting
just don't know why I can't see today.
hot. Turn the other direction.
Good morning, the truth. Good morning to you. Good morning, the truth. Good morning to you.
Wow, yeah, look, it's getting sharpened. If this one works better than the purple one.
Yeah. So was that you said the chiropractor this morning, Adam?
doctor's this morning, my psychiatrist this afternoon, and then I see my urologist who did the surgery. I see him tomorrow.
Okay. Good night.
Yeah,
That's
5
crazy.
appointments this week.
Here you go. Time for this.
Keelan,
But,
Keelan, I really need you to shush for a little bit longer, okay? Please. Oy vey.
a lot better because
There she is.
I just got
Don't say
payback.
anything.
I just got
Oh, there
payback.
she is. Okay.
You just
Right.
got payback?
Yes, when Casey was little, he wanted to pick up a grasshopper, one of the green grasshoppers. And I told him, you can pick it up, they don't bite. And I'm talking about not the little bitty ones, but I guess they call them locusts, but they're the green locusts. And I said, they don't bite. Well, he picked it up and it bit him and he cried.
Again.
So
Oh, she's back.
I just walked outside and I didn't want Bailey to get it. So I was trying to be like, okay, so I scooped it up in my hand. That sucker bit this finger, and I know they had to hear me across the street because I did a sissy girl yell. Wow! And I mean, I just flung that thing. So after 20-something years, I got payback. Don't pick up the big green grasshoppers. They bite.
Yeah.
What did I say? They bite.
Did you see that Destinie came in?
No, I see her, but because Casey is still not feeling good, you guys. So I'm good until everybody gets tired of leaving, I'm good to go ahead and stretch this out. If anybody wants to come in, Cheryl, I wish I knew, Cheryl, how to share a screen, but I don't. Oh my goodness. Oh, I am so going to add those. I cannot wait to add those to my page. CCC, I don't know if she still does, but she did murals and stuff.
So cool.
Geanna, I'm sorry.
Did he just say he's starving?
No, he said he's sorry. He broke a pencil.
Oh,
Mine.
you guys.
Ay. I can stretch till about 11, but Ryan's going to call at 11, and then Kaylin is going to want lunch because that's the deal. Every day after Papa calls, then we can eat lunch.
Okay.
There you go.
That will work.
Routine.
That's how it works with both the boys. They know that after Papa calls on his lunch break, then we can take lunch break.
That works.
Glory. I'm gonna hush my mouth.
How are the doggies? How's the old lady dog and Bailey?
Old lady dog is getting on my last nerve, you guys.
Well, she's very old.
They say she's always barked like that, but didn't nobody warn us about that? But that's why when Kevin gets Bailey to, play barking, she's got to have her play barking time. But I told him, do not turn her into a barker.
A barker. Yeah, you don't want to bark.
Sharpen it.
You want the dogs to bark when they need to alert you to danger or strangers or whatever, or they need to go out to go to the bathroom, whatever.
Right.
I'm just barking the bark.
Piper barks at this group of kids that ride their bike up the street, and I wondered why. It was always just the same group of kids that she barked at, and then the one day I saw them walking through our yard, and I have a feeling that they cut through our yard quite a bit, and that's why she barks at them even when they go up the street on their bikes.
Okay,
So those are the ones.
I am going to highlight on me and see if you guys can see my phone from what Cheryl.
All right.
Let me pull my.
This is so short.
Or is it gonna glare? It's gonna glare.
It's just a glare, then I just see
Yeah.
the reflection of what's behind you.
Yeah, it's only gonna glare. But I am going to share those. I am most definitely going to share those on the crafting place.
That's the wrong end, buddy.
And you do
Oh,
need
no.
to put them on your Facebook
Okay.
page.
Do you see the mess you're making?
Hey,
Fine, just make the mess. I'll clean it up when we're done. Good morning, Destinie and Mr. Pickles.
What? It's all right. Come up forward.
oh, cricket, 15 grandchildren. I just wish I could see 2 of mine right now.
15 grandkids and another in February. Holy moly. I have 3, and I don't expect that I will ever have any more.
4.
Well, I have Brantley, Callan, and Brian.
And Aaron.
And Callan has another half brother that's technically not my grandchild, but kind of is.
Is really your grandchild.
Okay.
Mr. Pickles is trying to say hello. I don't know if you can hear him.
Did you sing Good Morning, Mr. Pickles?
I didn't sing to him, but I will. Good morning, Mr. Pickles. Good morning to you. Good morning, Mr. Pickles. Good morning to you.
Can you say hi and thank you? Say thank you? No? Okay.
He's going to. He's going to be talking his head off before long.
Well, he did. I put on Instagram. So 2 days ago, I was talking with Debbie, private chat, because I had a question and stuff like that about birds. And she had Ruby, and it was funny because he heard Ruby. The second he heard Ruby, he started like whistling this tune. I didn't know what it was. Never heard him do it before. And then he started doing what they call the wolf whistle, like the good-looking whistle thing.
Yeah.
And he was doing that to Ruby, and it was funny. And so yesterday he did it again because he wouldn't do it for Tommy. He would not do it for Tommy. So I had to try to record it. Finally recorded it, was excited. And here it's the dueling banjos from Deliverance.
Oh,
really?
Yeah. I had no idea. I took it downstairs to talk to Tommy about it, and he was still on with the boys after the show. And Derek's like, that's dueling banjos from Deliverance. So I came up, sure enough it was. Guess what other song he absolutely loves?
uh-oh.
Bad to the Bone.
Oh, that's so
That's
funny.
He was actually kind of whistling it a little bit yesterday. Because he's like, that sounds like Bad to the Bone. So I played it. Oh, he was getting into it. It was
Oh my goodness.
And we have like 6 minutes of video on that one. We had to play it twice, so he was happy. It was so funny. And I can't do anything with it because of the copyright issue. So I can't share it. And then he likes My Girl, the song My Girl.
Aw, yeah.
Kimmy sings to Darlene. And so he like really perks up when she sings that, you know. And so I tried to upload it into a private room that I have on Facebook, and it would not let the sound play.
Aw.
But I was able to get Ed Sheeran's song Dive uploaded into that room. And actually Darlene is in the room. So she got to see it. But I wasn't sure if it was gonna work or not, because the last time I tried to download a song in there, it wouldn't download. So, and I can't send it because the files are too big. It's like I can't do it. But it was so cute. Here. So he's throwing apple all over me, just so you guys, if you're trying to figure out what he's doing, he's eating his apple and then throwing it all over me.
You know, I just can't get over that doggone grasshopper. It's so funny that you guys, I have picked up without even worrying about a tarantula. And that's how I scooped that one up. I scooped it up like I would a tarantula, and you know, I won't be picking up no other ones.
You don't want that green?
I do not like spiders at all.
I mean, I love lizards and I love lizards and all that.
Love lizards.
And I'm such a spooky child.
I don't like spiders.
I am scared to death of lizards, birds. You would be surprised all the things. I'm not afraid of dogs and cats. I'm not a super huge animal person, but I am scared to death. Lizards, frogs, birds, scared to death. My friends used to think it was the funniest thing in the world to chase me with that kind of stuff when I was younger.
Yeah, I thought it was funny that I stuck one on my brother. He was the kind of chubby kid, and he wore these t-shirts, the white t-shirts, and he'd tuck them in. And I came up on him one time with a bullfrog. That bullfrog was this big, Traci.
Oh my gosh!
I dropped it down the back of his shirt. I was probably about 14, and he was about 12. That boy done run around so. He run around that yard. He was screaming and he was crying, and I was laughing, and I got in so much trouble.
Well, you know.
You got so much trouble.
Yeah, my mom got me, but it was like me and my brother. She just doted kind of on him after when he, got a little bit older. She started doting on him because at the time it was just the two of us left. Me and my brother was left.
This one needs ketchup in it.
And but anyway, me and him used to fight. We would just throw down fight one another, and my mom would make us sit in the corner. I remember this one time. It was disgusting because little boys stink. When little boys get sweaty and they're outside, they stink.
Oh yeah.
They have little boy smell. So my mom made me and my brother sit in the corner with our arm around each other after we had been fighting outside and stinky and fighting and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But I would do that way with him, but if anybody else tried to jump on him, I was always right there. You would have to come through me to get to him. And, we were always that way.
Okay.
And, now they're gone, but I am making a big, messy color. So, Cheryl, if you come across the big grasshopper, don't pick them up. Either just let them be. I just let them be. I was protecting. I didn't want my baby down there to I, 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 I,
I'm waiting for him to get done
See
cleaning.
what happens
And
when
you
you're
guys-
trying to do something good.
You guys, we are going to get back to Porch Church, I promise. It is just,
You might have to be Deacon Darlene.
huh?
You might have to be Deacon Darlene.
I tell you what, I hadn't even gotten all my stuff out of his room yet. And that's another thing that, if any of you guys that don't know Casey, which we do Porch Church Network, Casey OCD, and I have not gotten in there and got all my stuff out.
I was talking to you video chat when he came home.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And I told Destiny, she said, oh, okay. And I said, Destiny, he's OCD. And she's like, oh. Oh, see, I would not pick up no crab. Now, that's something else. I don't like no crabs, you guys. I don't eat crabs. I don't,
Hermit crab.
No, I don't want nothing to do with no crab. And that's why at night, if I ever was on the beach at night, I don't want to know that they're running around. I don't want to know that there could be thousands of them running around. No. So I guess I do have a phobia of ticks and that. I had to sit on this side to pick the ticks up better, but I still had to do Google Hangout. MawMaw's is 3:40 and mine's at 4. Yeah, you got plenty of time.
No, I don't have apple.
I can tell you don't do
Darlene, what
good.
are you working on?
Do what?
What are you working on, art project?
It is a God jar.
We're gonna go jar? Okay.
Yep. And it's going to be sent out with, I have one hat to send. It's ready to ship. I've already got the label on it. I need to check my,
I won't cut myself.
I need to check my account to see if the other money has hit my account.
Where are you on your angel painting?
On my what?
On your angel painting?
Oh, I kind of went a little bit too dark on the wings, but it's still, I'm there.
Oh, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got to let it dry. So it's like I've got to leave it alone because I'm ready to start putting the broken mirror pieces in here. Because that's what's going to go in here is broken mirror pieces.
That's pretty cool.
That's going to be so cool when it's done.
And I think I'm going to leave the black in the wings some, you know? I think I'm going to leave that there. I can't believe the computer is doing better on Google Hangouts today than what it's been doing on
StreamYard?
Yeah, when I first started StreamYard, it was doing real good.
What I think happened is I think a lot of people jumped on it and the servers just can't handle it, the overload of so many people going on it. So there's been some issues on it. Yes, there has. And because me and Tommy were talking about that.
And maybe Google Hangouts start doing better because a lot of people stopped using it.
Yeah, because there's so many people that are off of it now that are going to like Zoom and StreamYard and what? I'm talking. Yeah. Can you hear him talk?
I hear the coffee maker. It's so loud.
You gotta speak up a little bit if you want people to hear you, baby. Yeah, you gotta speak up.
Sound like he said,
No, he's got a whole lot to say, just doesn't know how to say it yet. And so it's going to be, okay, so it's going to be the same situation as we had with JustSandi. JustSandi didn't start talking until she was 5. She tried, but nothing really came out. Yeah. And all of a sudden, she just one day, it was like somebody turned on a light switch and she hasn't been quiet since.
Good. And it's like she won't hush now.
Yeah, a lot of times we'll be like, can you do your chores? And she's like, oh, but I gotta tell you this, and da 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 da. And I'm like, can you please? Yeah, sorry. Can you please just do your chores and tell us afterwards, right? Yeah. And I think that's what's gonna happen with him. Like some of the stuff that he learned, nice walking. I think a lot of the stuff from his past that he did know, because he used to say, Mr. Pickles, that's enough. He used to say some words before, but he just stopped talking about 5 years ago or something like that. And it's starting now that he's out and about. He's starting to get comfortable here. We're talking to him constantly. He's part of the family. He's not cooped up in his cage. He's starting to bring out those old things that he used to know to the surface. And I really liked, because I've never seen the movie Deliverance, so now I have to go and watch it. But whoever had him before used to watch it, obviously a lot. And he picked up the dueling banjo part of it. And he started something last night. Now, on our TV, because we have a Roku box, when we're on Netflix or any of the little streaming apps that are on there, and we're trying to find a title, it clicks. Okay? He has picked up the clicking.
Oh, geez.
So, he clicks when we're trying to find a movie. It is the funniest thing. Tommy's trying to teach him a couple other whistles that he does. And then so we were doing research, and most birds, they have where they're a one-person owner, or one person that they bond to. Not him. He loves everybody in the family, but it's got to be on his terms. Like, he'll come to me and he'll hang out with me any time of the day. But there are times that he has just to be with Tommy. Yeah, with Daddy. Yep. He can only be with Daddy. And then there's times where he'll only be with JustSandi. And granted, those are a lot smaller times than he is with me. No, not nice. Here, you want this? Apple. You can have your apple. But it's very unique on how he is, and then it's a rare thing. From what we were researching, it's a rare thing that he bonded with pretty much everybody in the house, and so yes, it is. I love you. I love you. I wish you guys could hear him. He tries so hard to talk, and he responds with nods more than anything. He likes when JustSandi does what is that Tom Cruise movie where he's in the white shirt and he slides across the floor?
Oh, the old time rock and roll?
Yes. He loves when JustSandi. Yeah, JustSandi yesterday for like, let's see, for like, I think it was like a half hour straight. She was doing this in front of him, and he was laughing. He loved that she was doing it, and all she was doing was just sliding across the floor. And then this morning she started doing it, and he was kind of chuckling a little bit, and she turned around and looked at me, and JustSandi was like, "Mom, I think he's waiting for me to fall on my butt."
Look, I was looking at what Cece, warning, and I know I must have that look on my face. Just talking about risky business with Tom Cruise. What she do? Slide against the floor and her
Yeah, the
socks.
hardwood floor. Yeah, and her socks. Yeah, and we had to move his cage over here because we have an AC unit here. And he was starting to get a little agitated, even though we don't have the AC pointed on him. And we checked every day, a couple times a day to make sure he wasn't getting cold and stuff like that. But we ended up having to move it over here because he was just too agitated here. And so yeah, I know. But you gotta tell them, not me. Can you tell them? Are you happy that you're over there now? Huh? You gotta tell them. You're like telling me in my ear, but they can't hear you. He's talking up a storm in my ear. So yeah, so she slides from, she'll run from our living room part, because our living room and dining room is one big area. It's all open together, and I don't know what kind of design that is. I just know it's together. So she'll start in the living room, and then she'll run, kind of run a little bit, and then she'll slide. And I'm waiting for her to fall personally, but he thinks it's the coolest thing. And
They were talking about the movie Deliverance, not Risky Business.
Yeah, Deliverance. That will scare the bejeebus out of you.
Look, you guys.
see, I don't know anything about it, so
Stephen was talking about how Bailey, he said he has not seen not one of our pets take to me like Bailey has. And so she does. She gets up there right behind me and sleeps by my head like a kid would, but she gets between me and him and she pushes him like away. But no, last night he finally had me do his clean up his CPAP machine because he's been worried and he needs to be worried. So I cleaned it up yesterday and he wore it last night. Well, Miss Spooky Dookie is what I call her. Oh no, she was not going to have it. She was so afraid of him, so she got on the other side of me and I had to cover her up like a scared kid. She was not having no part of being around Cuban with his CPAP on. And he has not wore it in months.
is that the breathing machine that has to be worn at night to help? Okay, for like sleep apnea or something. Okay.
And so I asked him how he did on it, and he said it was good because he wore it for a few hours. I knew he wouldn't sleep and that I didn't hear him snoring. And then he said he woke up. He does that several times in the night, and then he put it back on. And so he said he feels like he got some good rest. So I'm glad. But yeah, Miss Spooky, she don't like them in it.
Okay, you guys, it's almost
11
11, so Ryan's going to be calling any minute now. So I'm going to jump off so that I can talk to him a minute and then feed Kalen and get a smoke in and all that wonderful stuff. Here's my picture just to show you what I did do today.
Oh, pretty. Look, Traci. That is beautiful. See, I told you that you do good with your colors.
That's what I did today while we were chatting.
Take a picture so I can add it to.
I will take a picture and send it to you. And I might take a picture of that steampunk one. I'm kind of proud of that one.
Yes, I want to see that video.
But I love everybody, and I will see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Yeah.
All right, bye-bye, Traci.
Bye, Traci.
See you tomorrow.
Tracy.
See you tomorrow, Casey.
Good morning, Casey.
Good morning.
I'm going to try to get cleaned up a little bit for my trip. Get my
All right.
trimmed up, my hair trimmed up a little bit, so I can look nice and handsome on all those videos.
When do you leave, Adam?
I got to go to my butte. I think Sunday morning.
Okay. Well, have a safe trip if I don't see you before then.
Thank you. Yeah, I have my doctor's appointments this week, and I want to get, like I said, get cleaned up. Because if I try trimming it, I'll end up ruining it. I'll have to shave it off. So.
No, don't shave it off. I like that.
Well, like I said, if I go to the beauty school, they'll trim it up, and I say, you know, if I do it myself, I'll mess it up, and I'll have to shave it off. So
Yeah.
I tried. I had clippers at home, but I can't do it myself.
Kevin has to. He does his himself, but sometimes he kind of messes up on it, and like you said, he has to shave it. Just
I shave the whole thing off, let it grow back in again.
But I've always liked.
All right.
That.
So tomorrow my doctor's appointment's in the afternoon, so I can join you guys tomorrow morning.
All right. See you then.
All right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Lynn said, "Hey, Casey."
You want to say hi, Mr. Pickles, to Casey? You want to say hi to Casey?
Casey's in the other room. He doesn't shut his door.
Oh. Oh, did you hear that noise? He was like,
I know, like,
Yep.
I'm telling you. He's got attitude. Mr. Pickle has attitude.
He likes certain people's voices, and he gets happy when, so the weekend I didn't really have YouTube up. Saturday I did not turn my computers on at all. And then Sunday, I think I turned them on later at night, and he was grumpy at me because he could not have his YouTube. Yeah, my YouTube, huh? Your YouTube. And so, yeah, he was very grumpy. He was like a little child throwing a tantrum because he couldn't have his way. And yes, you did. Yes, you did. I'm telling your secrets. Yes, I'm telling about how you were this weekend. Yeah, yes, I was. Yes, I'm telling. Yes, I'm telling. And so, yeah, he did not want us to pick him up. He did not, like, he was full-blown mad. It was funny. And yes, and so finally when I turned it on Sunday night, he started relaxing and letting us pet him. And I mean, it took me a while to get him out of his cage just so that I could do the one-on-one with him and work with him on Saturday. But Sunday, yeah, he seemed more and more crabby the longer it went with no YouTube. You're spoiled, aren't you?
He is. I mean, you can tell it. He's just soaking up all the love.
Yeah, and he's got all of us, and he talked to his brother, my son, on the phone, and because he's with his aunt and uncle right now, and so so I got to talk to him for the first time, and he was just kind of looking at the phone like, Oh.
Well, is his hair, let me look, are his feathers coming back in? He
yeah. Come here.
He looks so much healthier.
Yeah, let me see if I can get the camera closer for you.
So much healthier.
Yeah, he still has some spots.
Yeah, oh my goodness. But I thought you said typically they don't grow back once they do that.
Well, see, because it's been like that for so long, they told us that they were told that they would never grow back. And so, hey, Mr. Pickles, turn around so we can see. Can you show off your beautiful self? Huh? Yeah.
Hey there, Mr. Pickles. You usually respond to me. Hey.
In a stinker this morning.
Hey, pretty boy. Hey. Hey there, pretty boy. Yeah. Are you going to talk to me? You are most definitely looking at me. Hey. Hey there.
Can you say hi?
Yeah. I know. It's just a hard life, isn't it? Yes, being a bird just is a hard life. I know. Yep.
When he does that, guess what he's doing?
He's agreeing with me. I know, right? So you're giving. Are you giving me some bird therapy? See, I needed that today. I needed that.
You gotta speak louder.
Yeah, I think you just like me. I'm one of the first people you saw on YouTube, wasn't I? Yeah. I know.
He's trying to sing to you.
I love it. I needed that today. Yeah. I needed that today. See, you guys? I mean, look what I would have missed had I went to bed and not if I just stayed in bed. I would have missed Mr. Pickles. Yeah.
Can you do the whistle?
I swear it sounded like he said Mr. Pickles. I swear
He
it sounded.
tries. I think he really, truly tries to say Mr. Pickles, and I hope I'm not very loud.
Lynn, I think he does like my voice. We talked about that, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, I think he does like me talking to him.
Let me see if I can get him to whistle. Like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
See, he
I
got
took
mad.
the camera away.
He's mad because you got me away from him.
Come up here.
No, he's mad now.
See if I can
He's
get him.
mad. Oh.
Come on.
Wait. Let me see. Mr. Pickles, can you do it? Mr. Pickles. Okay. Mr. Pickles, can you whistle for me?
Do I need to bring the camera closer so you can do it? See if I can bring it closer. Oops.
He's listening.
Mm-hmm. Tommy whistles with him too. Let's see if we can get him to do it.
Mr. Pickles. Mr. Pickles. Was that you or him?
No, that's me. I'm trying to get him to do it.
Mr. Pickles, Mr. Pickles. Yeah, sing with me. Mr. Pickles, Mr. Pickles. It's so funny, Destiny. I don't know if you can see. He's looking like he'll look straight at the camera.
Oh yeah, he is
Mr.
not camera
Pickles.
shy.
Hey there, boy. Mr. Pickles, yeah. I know. It's a hard life. It's hard life.
Can you do that for us? Whistle? Wolf whistle?
It's a hard life being a bird, isn't it? Hi, Swift Seller. We are doing art therapy, but right now it's bird therapy. When I go to the doctor, that's what I'm going to tell them. You know, to keep my midday depression that I had months ago. I have everyone. But thank you for stopping in. This is Mr. Pickles.
Mr. Pickles, can you do it? And now I can't think of how to do the whistle for the dueling banjos.
I think he's flirting with me.
Yes, he is.
Oh, I didn't think about it. Look what's in my hair.
Oh, yeah.
He might think, look, oh, he thinks I'm a girl bird.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh, Mr. Pickles. That's my feathers, Mr. Pickles.
It was really funny when I was talking to Debbie, and we had just connected on the video, and he heard her, and he did, all of a sudden he just started singing for the first time, and well, whistling, and then did the wolf whistle, and yeah. But he's trying so hard, and I think because I've never played it because I didn't know about it, the song, and he just started doing it, and Derek's the one that told me what he was doing, like what the theme was like. So I pulled it up, and sure enough, it was. You are so sexy, buddy. Are you a sexy boy? Yeah. Are you a sexy boy? Are you a sexy boy? And he loves being called the sexy boy. So I don't know where that came about, but. Oh, yeah. Hey,
oh,
you
guys.
can't call. You can't.
He's getting wound up now.
Oh, yeah. He's a good boy.
And you know, I'm serious. You know, while the paint's drying, I think anything that makes you feel better. And you know, they take dogs and they take animals.
Come here, up here.
Come here. You know, they take them for therapy for, you know, vets. You know, for people with PTSD, and they take them in hospital for children, and anything that takes your mind off of your pain. Because you guys, I woke up this morning and you could take medicine, but when you have chronic pain, there's nothing.
Yeah, nothing helps it at all. And you know, we were actually doing research to see what you have to do to qualify for a what are they called? Rescue, or not rescue. Oh, what is it called now? Therapy dog.
Yep.
And just you know, we were doing the research before my spleen ruptured. And yes, you are a crow. You're a beautiful crow. Yes, yes you are. He thinks he's a crow, and it's funny. That's my ear. Don't. No, thank you for the kisses. But they're now going to. They're working on a law. I think it's a law. They're working on opening up the therapy animal to not just include dogs and cats. They're actually opening it up for birds.
There are people that have them for birds.
Yep. It was birds, reptiles. I'm trying to think of what the other ones were. Like opening it up to yes, you are a crow and you are so beautiful. Yeah, I'm trying to think, and it's just not working, Mr. Pickles.
Yeah. Cheryl wants to know, can you see the chat?
Yeah, I do have it up. I can see yes. Service animal. Yeah, a service animal, therapy animals. They're actually going to be opening it up to different categories, except other than just cats and dogs. And the main one, it started out with dogs, and then it went to opened up to cats, and now they're going to open it up even to a more broad, any animal that can bring you happiness and joy
or calm you.
Didn't someone have a service rooster on an? Yes, and I think they were removed because it was, yes, it was a service animal, but there, I can't remember the article. It was not too. It was probably about what, a year and a half ago when that happened. Cece, I remember seeing it, but I don't remember exactly. I know they had to get off the plane. They couldn't travel because of some paperwork or something. I don't remember.
Well,
But yeah,
we had a red Balboa, which was mine. It was beautiful, and we had a ball python. And you know, ball pythons, I think they grow thicker. But anyway, Kevin, my husband, when he'd get home from work, he would put it like on his shoulders, and the constriction just real easy would make his shoulders feel better. And it's so weird because then it would like go toward his ear, and they make this. I know if any of you guys are fearful of snakes, I'm sorry, but it would make almost, you know, they do smell. They have these nostrils, and it makes a sound. And it's like almost like I don't know, I can't explain it. But anyway, it would do that, but just that little bit of constriction on the shoulders, it would make him feel better. Now, we did end up selling the snakes to people. And MawMaw, if she's still in here, she'll say, yeah, they put one in my bedroom when they moved in. We did. It was a night light for her because we kept them under a light. But so we've had just about everything. I mean,
yeah, I'm
we did put the snake in MawMaw's bedroom, but you know what? I mean, it's cool. A snake don't eat but about once a month, and not hard to clean their cage. They're not much of an upkeep. Now, do I believe in these people that have a 6-foot long python? No. Or letting them go in the wild, because that's what's taken over, you know, in Florida.
yeah.
Well, good morning, Mr. Swamp Picker. I want to know how you're doing. Glenn, how did you fare with all of the stuff going on in your neck of the woods? I was worried about that. Do you know, Destinie?
What's that?
How?
Oh, yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea the end results. I love Google, but I'm still not good at it. So.
Okay. He said good dry, some rain and wind. So good. Nothing of your, nothing. That's good. I'm just glad it was not as destructive as they thought it was going to be. That's real good.
Len says, now in Florida, they're giving permission to kill iguanas. That's because people don't know how to take care of, oops, sorry. That's because people get pets, and these exotic pets, they don't know how to take care of them. And then when things don't go the way they want, or the new wears off, they get rid of them. They let them go.
And girl, I found a home for mine. My 4-foot iguana was mean. It was just mean.
I'm not even just talking about, you know, iguanas and birds and so on. I'm talking anything that is exotic, you know, birds, iguanas, snakes, even goldfish, you know, when the new wears off and the excitement wears off, a lot of people just let them go. And Tommy and I were talking about this too, you know. I mean, we have some.
Do you hear her? Don't knock my stuff off. Don't hear.
Yeah,
do you hear
they are very overpopulated. My cousin's actually in Florida. I had a cousin that had 3 pet iguanas. Okay.
There you go. There's Destinie.
He people would come over and be like, oh, well, why do you have those? You need to let them go. Those are dangerous. He's like, no. He's like, these are my babies. I've had them since they were babies. I've raised them. And he did. He had them until the last one passed away. You know, all three passed away, you know, and yes, they did. Very sad, huh? Yeah, very sad, huh? And, you know, and he, as an iguana owner, used to get mad at people for being like, oh, well, I want to get one. And he would explain to them the care. And he actually stopped talking to a few of his friends because they would get one because he had one. And then they would let him go, you know, and he would get so mad. And then, you know, that makes people who are good iguana owners look bad.
Well, the pet store we got ours from did not. They had a couple. They were so docile and good. They did not explain how bad they could be. Look, you do not weigh 5 pounds. You are too, you are too big. You guys.
That is cute.
Yes, you have my attention. Don't eat the headband. You have my attention now. What do you want? That's what she wants.
Do you want Lovins?
Yeah, she does. Look, there's Destinie. You ain't gonna look at her, are you?
Hi, sweetheart. Hi. Am I on a bigger screen now?
Yeah.
She's not freaking out. I think it's the phone because it's littler.
And it could be that I was chasing her through the house with it. All right, you jump down now. Oh my gosh, you guys. Now I got dog hair. I gotta go doctor with dog hair all over me. Oh my gosh. Okay, 4. All right, Swift Seller is Scott. Is that correct? Is that correct?
Yes. I had to look at my cheat sheet. What? You're not up here right now.
Yeah, somebody's sending me one. Teresa sent me a cheat sheet.
Cool.
This usually our show will paint and people do, you know, different types of art. And then they then usually about this time we go into Porch Church, and my son who is the pastor of the next room, Porch Church, but he just got back from being gone for a week, and that means, oh, you need a cheat sheet too? Teresa, I don't know if you know how T is for. How is she listed?
Thank you.
Ow. She is.
Coffee.
If you go to my Facebook, Scott, I can. If she sends it to me, I can send it to you. You too, Cheryl. I mean, we all need a cheat sheet. Now, tomorrow, I'm going to do my best. She needs to. You're about to take a shower, aren't you? After you get your stuff put in there, would you take her out for me? She's biting my hand. She does so well, you guys. She will grab my hand now when she has to go out. But anyway, okay. Tomorrow I'll be sending out a platform. I'll be in our bedroom, which is going to be like a dark dungeon. I've got to find a way of making it lighter. I need to run off the first part of Christian womanhood. And Scott, that's open to anybody. I mean, that's for anybody that, you know, wants to be here. He does not take a long shower, MawMaw. I tried getting you up early this morning. But so anyway, I need to run off like the first part of the syllabus, and I do want to be hooked into the router, and that would, yeah. So that way it will pick up correct. And then I can have somebody, if they type in the scripture, then I could throw them across the screen.
You're right.
So we're going to try that tomorrow, and that will be. I usually get things up and going about 8:30, then give everybody time to get their coffee, and you know, and chit chat for a minute. But I do want to try again to use the other platform tomorrow.
Do you love Darlene? Yeah.
What? Love on what? Oh, it is, ain't it? I was trying to give her the hand, you know, talk to the hand. I did not know I had a heart on my. I was not showing MawMaw the love, CC, Cheryl. I was showing MawMaw the talk to the hand. You know, I'm trying to think. Norgus R is going to be, that is my brand name. Norgus is the little girl inside of me. She was my, in California, she was my imaginary friend. Hey there, Texas Val. Good morning. Norgus was my imaginary playmate. There's no name out there like that. It was where it came from as a 3-year-old. I have no idea.
You know, it sounds like it's Viking.
But I had this little girl with me all the time. And until I guess we moved out here, when we moved here, I was like, I started 2nd grade. So, you know, I had her from 3rd to 2nd grade. And I think it's my inner, where my inner artistic comes from. MawMaw, you did not spell that right. Now, the last name was just one my sister told me to use for my Facebook. So I was going to name my first child, a daughter, Norgus. Well, thank goodness my daughter didn't get stuck with that. But it's me. That's my inner being. And it took me to become disabled and out of work to bring that part out of me again, to bring the little girl up and out. And so I guess that's where, you know, Norgus came from. And I told my son, I said, well, I want that to be my brand name, because I feel like that Norgus in me is where my gift, the gift of painting and all of that kind of stuff.
Okay, so Norgus, it means clever, great humanitarian, and superstar.
So there is a name out there?
I looked it up, and I looked up Norgus meaning. And let's see, where is it? The 3rd one down.
So is it like a Nordic kind of thing?
It says it can be a boy or girl name. Origin and language is unknown, but it is used, and I can't say the word, around the world. We'll just say it that way because
Universal?
No, it starts with a G.
Wow. Geographically?
No, Globally.
Yeah, globally.
Yeah, see, I can't say that word.
I know, I can.
Norgus name numerology is numerology expression number 4. Heart's desire number 9. Personality number 22, which I don't. I'll just send you the link on this.
Yeah. So, I mean, where did the little 2 or 3 year old come up with this?
Yeah, you know, and it's not a very like common. It's like a super rare name type thing. So yeah, it's kind of confusing. But my guess would
There's
be
Mr. Fish.
A Scandinavian, which is Viking, but it's to me it's a very strong Viking word.
Yeah. So somehow that is my that was my playmate. That was my and everybody acknowledged, everybody acknowledged in my house, my mom, my dad. So at this point I have both my parents, my grandmother, my oldest sister, which is 7, she was 10, my brother was 7, my other sister was 5, and I was 3. So all these people agreed with me and allowed. I guess they talked to Norgus too.
And and the thing is too is it doesn't say a year, but Norgus is also a character of World of Warcraft, which that's a newer, I believe, a newer game.
Yeah, so you're talking about 1960. I was born in 64.
Yeah.
So 1967, I'm this little girl that, yeah. I always said that by having already having 3 older siblings, and I don't know why I have a cousin, she had an imaginary playmate, and it was a girl, but she had gave her a boy name. So yeah, and when my sister, I was told I couldn't have social media, my sister said, well, make one. And I'm like, what? From what? And she said, Norgus. So, I asked my son, I said, do you think once you get my crafting stuff back in the room, do you think I will still have the ability to create? Do you think I'll still have the ability to paint? And this is what my son told me. He said, if a teacher, which is in our area, if she can teach art and she doesn't have any hands, she has hooks. She had both her arms cut off, but she's a teacher, art teacher, in a high school here. He said, if she can teach art and if she can paint, he said, Mom, so can you. And I started making God jars for people that just recently met me. I have it written down what a God jar is, and I guess I come across it doing a Word document, and I thought, I need to share that. That comes from my heart. And it all stemmed from the fact that doctors told me I had to come out of work. And it's like this morning, my back is killing me. My legs have bothered me. What do you call it when it goes down your leg? Sciatic.
Yep.
All weekend. I've had sciatic nerve problems.
Do you remember the first, like, being told what year you started seeing or talking with Norgus?
I think my sister said as far back as she can remember. So you think for a 2-year-old, they don't have as much, they don't talk as much, I don't think. You guys, I talk a lot. So I would think more around 3 years old. So that would have been 67. So that would have been, because I was born in 64 in California.
Because there's like one person that's I found so far with the last name Norgus, and he passed away March 1969.
What? Oh, look, don't be spooking me out now.
No, I just was wondering if there was some type of connection, you know what I mean?
I know.
And so I thought maybe that would help.
You're going to have to send that to me. I wonder what he was like.
Yeah, I don't know. But they're saying that there was 9 birth records and 1 death record for the Norgus family. But I always try to look at different aspects.
I know.
You know.
I looked it up on, like, when I first started YouTube. You know, I started Facebook, and then I started YouTube under that name. And that's why I decided to use that as a logo. So thank you, Cheryl. And see, I have some to send off. And what let me see. I can show you one. Oh.
Thank you. But not camera.
I was born in northern Cali. I was born in Upland, but we lived in San Bernardino. But we moved all over California, Southern California. All right, here's one, and I won't say who it's going to, but this is one prayer jar.
Is that pretty?
And then that's the top. It's a mermaid jar. And somebody else got a mermaid jar that was Destinie, because somebody told me she liked mermaids, and then I found out there's a horror story. Wait, let me. All right, I had that one in the works even before she got sick. So that is, I called that one Mermaid Tears.
Oop. I mean, it's not really a horror story. It's something that happened to me, you know?
And I didn't find out till after.
Yeah. And so, you know, it's caused my fear of water, but it's no biggie. You know what I mean? You were thinking of me, and I do love mermaids. And so it was perfect, you know? Yes, it was. Oh, what?
And that, you know, that's I call that my ministry. Oh, today's Princess Casserole's birthday.
Oh, cool.
Carla. See, I know Carla's name. But that's I call that my ministry. Casey started that. I had to put all of my stuff in a box because disability, you guys, it had me in such a deep depression because I had 2 or 3 doctors tell me not to go back to work. But then I had my work insurance wouldn't cover it. They didn't, you know. And then here I was at home with no money. And, you know, we lost our truck. and we lost some things, but they were material things. But then I was in a real bad depression, and little by little, I got all of my stuff from out in my husband's garage, or his, not garage, it's huge, his shop, and started bringing them in.
Darlene, I think he's sensing that you're getting sad, and he's been calling you to try to cheer you up.
Oh, that's right. I forget that you know what I do
That
when
was
I get that
Mr.
way.
Pickles. That was Mr. Pickles. He picked it up this time. And so
Yeah.
he was chirping at you to try to get your attention for you to smile and not be
I'm
sad.
so sorry. Yes.
Look,
You.
come on.
Yeah, he does hear me. He likes me.
Yes, he does.
And when I get on subjects that are uncomfortable, I fidget. And usually, and I think that's why Bailey she'll get up on me, and I know you guys are probably wondering, well, I don't know what was uncomfortable for you to talk about, but I guess what is my, well, talking about how I come across got jars, the disability process. I don't care if you do get if you get a lawyer, it doesn't matter. It's a hard thing to go through. My next court case is November. And when I got the paperwork last week, I mean, I cried, I know, for 2 hours, and you might think, well, why? And I don't know why it hit me that way, because I have faith when I pray for other people. But when I was squalling, and I told my husband, why can I have faith? And I know God's going to do what he's going to do, but it was intimidated that I got this paperwork and it says, oh, this has to be turned in on this day. You give it to me and telling me I have a time limit. I don't do good on time limits, you guys. I don't do good for something that's giving me anxiety. And then Casey's good at that, and he wasn't here. And so I took it and put it in my closet, war room, if anybody knows what that is. I put it in my prayer closet, and I call it that because that's where all my prayer jar supplies are. And I put it in there and closed the door, because that's how upset I was. I'm like, God, here, I'm going to shut the door. So when jewelry exploded in our house from Bougie Bear, Casey's friend Bougie Bear, which is April, she had a huge box of jewelry. So I started going through jewelry and wanted it to be able to be seen. I started separating it in jars. I have to be able to see what I'm looking for. I can't be lifting trying to move things. Casey's helped me to put things where I can get right to them. So Casey knew somebody through Porch Church that was having a hard time spiritually. He said, Mom, one of your pretty jars, can I send it to this person? And I said, yeah. He said, and I'll just tell her it's her God jar. And from then, it would be jars with maybe a pretty, I call them cast off jewelry, hanging around. I'd decorate the lid. I'd hang a piece of jewelry off of it and send a note. When I get upset, I have a real pretty box on my bed. It came from Bougie Bear, and it's glass top, and it's gold, and it's really ornate. I put my prayers in that. When I get anxious about somebody, I'm like, God, I keep picking this back up. But that's what it is. And then I got more elaborate because I had one to do for Darlene B. And I'm like, wait, and I was it was when Tommy was, not Tommy, Todd. Remember when Todd was getting his 1,000? And so I sit in my craft room and I was working on God jars. And I come to one and I'm like, I can't, this is not doing right. Then he hit me. Darlene B, she's an animal lover. She has her farm. And so I'm like, oh, she has goats. She loves animals. That's what she does. So I just happened to have some stickers and I had to think outside the box. Darlene Buckland made me think outside the box. And then Misha has chickens. I'm like, okay, let's do this. And so they made me think outside the box. And now that's what I do. And that's where the whole thing with the God jars comes from, because I have a box in there that I cannot lift. And it is full of my disability stuff. And I won't take that darn work. That's why I won't take anything out of it. So now I got to fill out this paperwork, but I'm not going to get that box out to see what I filled out last time. So you guys pray for me. It's hard for me I can't pray for myself. And I have to go to a doctor today that doesn't know me, a nurse practitioner that's never met me, to fill out paperwork. And so, yes, I'm anxious about it. And, people look on the outside, and I put on makeup today. I did. Yesterday I didn't. Yesterday I didn't have time. Today I just did my lips and eyes. But if you come across this, you might think nothing's wrong with me, because you can't see somebody's back burning. And just like Destinie went years and her spleen was messed up. What? They thought you was a hypochondriac, didn't you say, Destinie? You can unmute.
Yeah, they did. I would go in for these pains and they couldn't find anything. And so, they thought I was making it up. But then when my spleen blew up, going back and thinking about it, they don't check it. And so that was like never on the table to look at. So they just thought it was up here, that I had pain, that I was, it's all right, that I was making up. But it was actually my spleen that was causing all the issues. I mean, I've been diagnosed with heartburn. I've been, calm down. I was diagnosed with stomach issues, stuff like that. And since my spleen has been gone, hey, it's all right. I don't have heartburn. I don't have the stomach issues which we thought what it was, And so it was just something I was born with. 39 years I went with a messed up spleen, and it finally just couldn't do it anymore. And I was like, fine, you guys don't want to look for me, I'll just give you a reason to look, and poof.
And when you're younger, you don't have blood work done. I was 40 when they found that I had rheumatoid, and that was because my whole arm was swelled. And I was going to a heart doctor for sleep apnea, because at the time I had sleep apnea because I was so heavy. And so the heart doctor, he said, looking at your blood work, he said, it looks like the blood work of somebody that is about to have a massive heart attack. I said, what do you mean? He said, your heart's fine, but he said, the inflammation in your blood, he said, is like somebody that is about to have a massive heart attack. And I said, well, do you think it could be coming from this? And I mean, from my hand all the way up my arm was so swelled. And I had been dealing with that.
Mhm.
And he said, well, I don't know. It's probably rheumatoid, but that is not my specialty. You'll have to ask, you'll have to go to somebody else. I'm sitting there looking at him and I'm thinking, really? So I had to go to an orthopedic doctor for them to look at it and take x-rays and for them to send me to a rheumatologist. So I don't know. I never had a lot of upper body strength. My arms always hurt. I used to, if I tried to braid my hair, it would hurt my shoulders and arms. And my grandmother used to say when I was real young, you're too young for to be complaining of pains. But, you know, and then again, my sister thinks is when I had a tick, I had Lyme disease. So we don't know what caused all of my arthritis problems when my other family don't have what I have.
See, my mom was diagnosed in her early 40s with rheumatoid arthritis. She's the first one in our family to have it. Hey, it's all right. It's all right. And it's supposed to be one of those things that gets passed down generation and this and that. But it does happen to where there's that one person that the doctor told my mom. It starts usually with one person. And my mom just happened to be the one person that it started with. And so it's, it's me and my two brothers that, because she has 3 kids. Granted, I'm the oldest of 6, but hey, shh, all right. Yeah, and so me and my brothers, I've been tested when a couple years ago, I was tested for RA. It came back negative, but my mom's did too when she was in her 30s because she started having issues, so I'm going to be 40 next year. And so it makes me a little nervous, because a lot of people that I've talked to, when they hit their 40s, they were diagnosed with RA or some form of arthritis. Tommy, he's got severe degenerative psoriatic arthritis. And so he, for years, kept being told, oh, there's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing. Hey, it's all right. I know. He was told for years that there was nothing wrong with him. And it got to the point where he couldn't get out of bed for almost a month. I literally had to help him get out of bed, to go to the bathroom, to get in the shower. And it gradually got worse. So we ended up I called my mom and I asked her, I said, who is your RA doctor? And she gave me the information. And so I went and I looked up the symptoms that he was having. And I told him, I said, I think you have psoriatic arthritis. I really do. And so I called the doctor, my mom's doctor. They got him in within a week. He had seen his primary doctor, his RA doctor, and they diagnosed him at 95% damage with this arthritis. He shouldn't be walking. He should not be walking right now.
Well, and with me, it was, it's in my knees too. So
yeah.
When I lost the weight, they told me if I did not, they told me at 40 that if I did not lose weight, that within 5 years that I'd be in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
So within 5 years, it wasn't my knees, my neck. It was you know, I had to have my neck replaced. And that sounds weird, you guys, but I did basically. I had to have my neck replaced. And my husband was so angry. Oh, he went with me one time, and he pretty much cussed the rheumatologist out to the point that I thought I was going to have to find another one, because he said, you told her if she took off that weight that she would be okay. And
I will be right back. I'm gonna go over by Daddy. He's freaking out. He sees Daddy over there, so be right back.
So anybody that has seen my husband knows my husband is a very big, intimidating looking man. And he was so angry that day, and the rheumatologist told him, rheumatoid knows no age. It knows, you know, it does not discriminate. Whether you're big, you're skinny, whether you're a child, because children are born with it. And he explained that to Kevin. And yes, I picked up 50 pounds of the 100 I lost. But, you know, I was still hurting. And I do now. Sometimes it's, you know, it's my legs, and sometimes it's my lower back. But I get up and I do this. Usually not this long, because usually, you know, it's going on 12 o'clock. Usually we go into Porch Church, or we just bump off. But, you know, I'm going to, if anybody's good at putting out links, or I'll just type his name, because I'm not good at it. All right, I want you guys to go out to Destinie. Can you throw his link out?
Which
Bobby Plowman. I just typed his name in.
All right, let me grab it.
When I came across his video one time, it put me to shame because of what he's been through. And he's supposed to come on my show one day. What he went through. And he said, if I can wake up every morning and get dressed, and he said, and sell on eBay, anybody can get up and start their day. Now, he does have you would have to watch his video from the beginning telling what his issue is. And then he does, you know, motivational talks. And he don't have many subs. He needs them because
he has 86 subs right now.
And yeah, and you guys, he drove for NASCAR.
Mm-hmm.
And he was in a wreck. And now he has to have a live-in nurse to get him up and dressed and all that. If he lost the ability to drive, and any, you know, that's an art form to be, I would think, to be able to drive a car in that, there's no way I could do it. Everybody can't do that. But to lose his ability to drive, and this man still does inspirational and tries to inspire people, is amazing. And that is what got me to stop just staying in my pajamas all day. The weekends, I might still do that. But yeah. Yeah, but I can turn it.
Thank you,
yeah. It's turned to the refrigerator. Oh, okay. All right. Let me cut off.
It said 87 now.
All right. Let me cut off my video for just a minute.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I forget I can still talk. All right. Now I can tell MawMaw, Casey's out of the shower. But
he's got 35 videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got I just counted them. It's like 35. And
And if you guys watch him, and if you ever feel sorry for yourself, you will think while watching him, "Ooh, shame on me."
You know, he was on Derek's channel
Yep.
not too long ago. And
Yes.
I watched that. That was pretty good. I mean,
He's amazing. And I told him we had him scheduled for one morning, but he had a very, very bad day. But that's why, I got to get up and do what I do.
mhm.
Hey, baby, you home for lunch? All right, you guys give me 1 minute.
Sounds good. Wow. They do. They always blame weight for everything. And that was, I was a pretty big girl too. And that was one of the things that I was told, that I needed to lose weight and this and that, and with my spleen incident. But yeah, it's sad. It's really sad that doctors don't take the time to do a full workout. Like with Tommy too, for years, with him being told that he went to a back specialist because he was having severe pains in his. Hold on. Sorry, baby. It's all right. Come here. You got it. Good boy. Good boy. He tried to fly, y'all, and he got twisted and could not move. It's okay. Yeah, it's all right. I gotcha. Yeah, it's all right. He's never had to roll before. But yeah, Tommy had been at a back specialist a month and a half before he went down and could not get up for a month. He told him, he looked at him and he's like, "Oh, you're fine. You're fine," and sent him on his way. Well, a week or a month and a half later, he ended up down. 3 weeks into him being down, I had to do something to help him because I knew something was not right at all. And then a week later, he was diagnosed with severe degenerative psoriatic arthritis. And at that point, that was what, 3 or 4 years ago? 4 years ago. And he was at 95% damage. The doctors tripped out because he actually walked into the doctor's office. Jaslyn, please go. Okay. Just keep going. So they were tripping out that he was even walking at 95% damage. And he just got, like, he goes in every 3 to 6 months for checkups and stuff. And this last time that he went, they said he was at 97% damage. And so, but he's still up walking around. He's a very stubborn man. And I'm sure a lot of you who have watched him, seen him on videos, and him and I doing videos together, and then him and his show, he's a very stubborn man. So he is not letting this defeat him. And he gets frustrated when he has a bad day with his arthritis.
Yeah.
What's that? Yeah. And just recently also learned that his hip joint is starting to separate. So one day and it could be at any time now, we were told, where insurance will not fix it unless it's an emergency. He could be walking one day and his leg, like, literally fall off, like dislocate. And he would have to go and have emergency surgery for that, but he doesn't, he keeps moving forward. He does what he can until that happens, and it stinks because it just, insurance is a nasty game.
Right.
It took, okay, so I have to carry, yes, okay. He's cleaning himself. He's cleaning his chest where he had feathers missing. Okay, are you all right now?
Well, my primary had me listed as psoriatic arthritis, but what it was there was the nerves in my hand that when I, started work and having to use my hands to type, it would tingle and itch. So I was basically just constantly keeping my hand inflamed. Well, then I just, started using lotion, and I'd rub lotion when it would bother me. So that's what confused my primary, thinking I had psoriatic, and that's what she put. But then, when I went to the regular doctor, he said it was rheumatoid and not psoriatic. And then, of course,
psoriatic arthritis, you have to have psoriasis in order to be diagnosed with that.
Yeah, and I don't have that.
Yeah, and not everybody who has psoriasis will have thank you, arthritis. It's just, but okay, so not everybody who has psoriasis will get it, but if you are diagnosed with it, you have to have psoriasis. It's kind of those weird catch-22 things. It's kind of weird, and we've been through a lot in the last 2 years, a lot with medical and stuff like that. And, I am hoping and praying that Tommy starts to feel better really soon, because he is, you guys may not see it, but hey, I know. Thank you for the kisses. Yeah, thank you for the kisses. I know. But Tommy is in a lot of pain all the time. I mean, that's just how arthritis works. And his lower back is fusing together, which is a very common thing with arthritis, bones fusing together. Oh, yes, Lisa, that is Gabby. Gabby and Mr. Pickles. Usually if you see Mr. Pickles, Gabby's not that far away. They are very close. This is her baby, and if he flies, she can tell by his wings, and she has to run and check to make sure that he is okay and that he lands all right, because she does not want anything bad happening to him. And is Miss Gabby yours? Is that no, that's my eyelash. She's trying to eat my eyelash.
See, I couldn't have a bird in my face. That freaked me out.
It's Tommy the other day. It was funny. He was sleeping. He felt he was snoring, and we were all on the couch watching TV, and Tommy had fallen asleep. And Mr. Pickles heard him snoring and had to run over to investigate on what was going on with Daddy. And he was trying to get his attention by nibbling on his cheek, giving him kisses. He wouldn't respond. So what does Mr. Pickles do? He sticks out his wing and gets him in the face. And Tommy opens his eyes and is like, hello.
But talking about, it's hard when you have a strong husband, strong male in your life. Yeah. And you see them start to hurt, and the work, like I'm sure with you guys reselling, Tommy's the heavy lifter. Tommy's the one that goes through storage sheds and moves things and has to do all that.
Yeah, especially now with me still healing from my surgery, because I have a 1-foot-long incision, and so that's going to take a little bit for me the muscles to heal back together, and I'll be able to lift like I used to. And even then, my wrists and hands were pretty weak, and so I'm hoping once I'm 100% healed that you know, I can start lifting more, and so that it's not so hard on him. And my
Well,
wife,
Scott says his wife was treated for her Crohn's disease, and you know what? I think that's just that's something that's kind of they're testing to try to see what will help it. It's one of those things that I think they really don't know how to make that better. Scott,
the Remicade, that's the hold on, because I think that's what my mom does, because every 3 to 6 months she has to go in and she has to have an IV in. It's almost like having chemo for cancer. Yeah, thank you. That's the word I was looking for, infusion. And I know she was on Remicade, but I don't know if she still is or not, for her RA. And
that's for Crohn's. They were treating his wife for Crohn's.
Yeah, we have a friend, Katie, that has Crohn's disease, and she was on Remicade. And so, you know, they're using these infusions and different medicines to help or try to help people with different forms of arthritis, Crohn's disease. There's another one too. What is it called?
They're practicing on us. They're using us as guinea pigs.
Yeah.
They had me on methotrexate that made me sick. They had me on the pills. Then they had me do injections
on the shots?
Because I can't do the I can't do the pills.
How many pills did you have to take?
6.
Okay, Tommy was on methotrexate, and he had to take in a 24-hour period because he got really sick off of it. But they told him that he had to keep trying to take it. I think it was what, 8 or 10 pills they put you on for methotrexate.
Over a 12-hour period.
Oh, it was 12 hour. Okay, so he had to take 8 pills in a 12-hour period, once or twice a week. Twice a week.
They tried
low chemo medication.
Yeah.
I did a lot of research on that because
and what's so bad is it could eat the lining of your stomach if you don't drink a lot of water. And if they were tiny, if one were to get in your esophagus, it would eat a hole through it. Because the girl, it happened to her at work. So she said, drink plenty of water. Well, when I had Blandean surgery and I have a small pouch, I couldn't do it that way. So they told me to do the shots. It would make me so sick, you guys. And so the new doctor said, well, you're doing shots. We don't even see that was an option to do just to, you know.
Yeah, you know, and
so I came off of it. I had to. The last time I went to my rheumatologist a couple weeks ago, I said, I can't take it. I said, it's making me sick.
Right? That you stopped taking?
Yeah. It would make me sick. It's a chemo drug.
Yeah, Tommy too. He had to stop taking it, and he was taking it for 2 years, and he would just start to feel better, and he'd have to take it again. And then they switched it down to the 8 pills once a week, thinking that would help. And he would take it, and he would get really sick. He would sleep for days. It took a lot out of him.
Yeah.
And his alopecia really kicked in when he was on that. Like, he would get pretty big bald spots. And because it is a low chemo medication, you know, it messes up your body. And then he took himself off it, and he told his doctor straight up, I am not taking this. I am tired of sleeping. You need to figure out something else. He was short, sweet, and to the point with the doctor. His doctor was like, all right. So they put him on Humira. And he started out, you know, with the pens, the injection pens, and it looks like an EpiPen, but it's the Humira medication. And then he was on that for about a year. And then all of a sudden the needles on these would bend. They were crooked. So when he would do the injection, they would hurt. So he talked to his doctor again and said, hey, something's wrong with these needles. I should not be bleeding after doing my injection. It wasn't doing it before. Why is it doing now? So they put him on the needle and the needle syringe. Thank you. The syringe form of it. And I was trained how to do it. I did it for a little bit. Then my hand gave out and the needle or the syringe kind of went down. So it freaked me out. So then Tommy had to start doing his own injections. Well, then they had him on that. And then they had him on Otezla, which is a newer medication for severe degenerative or for psoriatic arthritis. And then the insurance was like, well, you need to pick one. You're not getting both of them. And so he came off the Humira, stayed with the Otezla, and now he's talking about switching back to Humira because the Otezla is not doing what it's supposed to do for him personally.
And there's no cure. That's what I told my rheumatologist. I said, she said, well, do you feel worse? How do you feel since you quit taking it? I said, I hadn't taken it in a long time. Just don't prescribe it anymore. I said, there's no cure. I said, is there a cure for rheumatoid arthritis? And she just looked and she just shook her head. And I said, then, you know, if it's not doing anything but making me sick, what's the point? But Joy, you know, you're a real good advocate for eat right, you know, exercise and all that. And, you know, I get up and just sitting here doing like this, I feel this is part of using my brain some, because it got to where when I was working, I couldn't think. Oh, I'm doing the weird thing again with the choppy. But I would lose my words. I still do that now. Casey will find them for me. Or I have stood there and tried to say dishwasher or washing machine, and then stand there and cry because I can't, you know. So I lose my words. And in a situation like this, somebody else, if I pause trying to think of a word, will say, what's that word? We'll ask each other. But if you are on the phone and that's what you're paid to do, or if you're interacting with random strangers at a job and you're looking at them and you can't think of water bottle, or you can't think of something as simple as money, you know, I mean, it's very embarrassing. There's been times when I haven't had that thought process where I can't think straight for a day. If I seen somebody I know in the grocery store, I would make a point to try to avoid them, even though I'm social and I love to, you know, talk to people that I hadn't seen in a while. But it's embarrassing. I have absolutely been horrified, and the more horrified I am, the more anxiety, you know, that makes it even worse.
Yeah, it does. You know, and you're in the middle of a sentence and your brain just stops and you're like, and Tommy yells at me a lot. Well, not yells, but he's like, will you finish your sentence? And I'm like, I don't remember what I was saying. And he's like, that's part of the anxiety. You know, that's, I found a major part of my anxiety is I'll be talking and I'll know what I'm going to say. And then all of a sudden I'm like, I don't remember. And as you can see, you know, if I forget a word that I want to use, I know the word, so I kind of go and like try to describe the word so that somebody could tell me what the word is, and then, you know, and you know, we as a society, you know, look down on people for that, and it's not okay. We have to, you know, realize that there is a lot more issues out there nowadays than there was before. So I asked Tommy, me and Tommy were talking. We do a lot of talking, you know, and I asked him, I'm like, there's so much more stuff that we're hearing about now than there ever was in the past. And he made a good point. We have social media now. More things are being brought to the light because you hear about it, because we have YouTube, we have Facebook, we have Twitter, Instagram. Back then they didn't have that. When something was unusual about somebody, they would lock them in a room. They would
institutionalize them.
Yep, exactly. You know, and one thing I did learn that really makes me mad about when they used to institutionalize people is if husbands got mad at their wives.
Yep.
Or they wanted to accuse them of cheating because they wanted to be with somebody else, they would institutionalize their wives so that they didn't have to deal with it. There could be nothing wrong with the wife. You know, the wife cooks, cleans, takes care of them, but he wants somebody else. He just throw her in the institute, you know? And it's like, oh, now, I mean, that wouldn't work nowadays, but, you know.
No, because now they really don't have the funds to institutionalize like people need to be. So now you have homeless people that are really, really suffering with mental diseases like schizophrenia and other things. So,
and that's the thing, you know, we need to help the best that we can and show people. I have severe anxiety, PTSD, you know, and a few other things that, you know, make it hard for me to sometimes be out and about. But it's more comfortable for me to be behind the camera because all you see is from here up. You don't see from here down, you know, unless I'm saying
you're not seeing. Look, with me, you're not seeing that my left leg is sticking out straight to the side, and I'm trying to hold my lower left side of my back. That's the side that's got the sciatic nerve problem.
Yeah, and you know, and you don't get to see, like, the camera is far away for me, okay? You don't get to see how my eyes, like, move around a lot, or, you know, a lot of people hear me stutter, or that's why you never know what you're going to get on my channel, because I never know when my anxiety is going to kick in and stuff like that. But being with other people who have this, who understand what it's like to have the anxiety, PTSD, depression, you know, stuff like that, it's relaxing and it's helpful, it's healing. This is our form of counseling. You know, we are here for you, you are here for us, we love you, and you just end up sharing things with people that you normally would not share, you know. So that's why I like coming on and explaining things, and believe it or not, I don't usually talk about this on my own personal channel, but being on Darlene's channel, it's easy for me to talk about it because she knows what it's like. She knows, she's been there, she's going through it, or, you know, it doesn't matter the situation. It's just so much easier to talk with somebody else about it because they know what it's like.
Yeah, and I think the stuttering thing has just started the past couple years, especially, I guess, last year or so. Now, my daughter, when she would get anxiety, real bad anxiety, almost to the point of hyperventilating, she would get a stutter. And then mine just started, and I was trying to tell Casey one day, I was standing, me, him, and Keithan stand here in the kitchen, and I went to ask for something out of the refrigerator, and my brain got stuck, and all I could do was stutter. And the more I stuttered, the more anxiety I got, and started panicking. And Casey, he told me, he said, Mom, just breathe. Sit down, just breathe. Because he knows I hold my breath. And that is what's caused me to have to go to the ER. I went to the ER a few times, and they can't figure out what it was wrong with me. But it's because I tend to hold my breath when I'm upset about something. And it goes way back to when I was a child. I had forgot that I was taken, I know 2 times I was taken, rushed to the ER by my parents because I'd hyperventilate and wouldn't be able to breathe. And it all comes from stress. I have nightmares. I've had nightmares since, my sister said, since I was still, in the baby bed, or since I could walk. I've had nightmares and night terrors all my life. And I used to say it was what was going on during the day would come out at night. But so all of this manifests. So I'm having to fill out some paperwork. That I think that's what really panicked me, is the questions that I have to answer again. Questions. Are you suicidal? Have you ever had suicidal thoughts? It's like the paperwork that I had to do when I first started 4 years ago. I guess they're reevaluating, even though, so, when's the last time, if so? It's kind of, I'm ashamed to say, it was after my shoulder surgery. I had that thought. Because
you can fill that paperwork out, but what they don't see or realize when they're going through your paperwork is how long you've taken to answer that question, what you actually went through trying to answer that question, and so all they're doing is reading a piece of paper and saying, oh, okay, oh, okay, oh, okay.
Yeah. They don't realize that I had to lock that paperwork away and not look at it for days.
Mm-hmm.
Because how ashamed am I that after my shoulder surgery that I laid in bed and had a pity party one day and felt like I didn't want to be here. And I love all you guys. You guys have been with me for months. And you guys have been face to face when I learned how to do this. Some of you, even back when Casey started Porch Church, it's been a face to face thing. And so it's like a shame thing for me to admit that I had those thoughts when I love my family and I've lost a brother, I've lost a nephew to suicide. And here I am, because I have shoulder surgery and I'm having to have somebody cook and clean and do everything for me, which Casey does not have a problem with. My husband does not have a problem with. But it did hit me. So when I read that, I think that just threw me into this panic. And, So what do I say? The last time that I had an anxiety attack, I'm going to put when I had to fill this paperwork out. When this came in the mail, I've written a book. Cheryl, I had everything. And it takes them 5 minutes to read over something that is, something that's going to take me days to sit there and answer a question, because if you don't answer just right, nothing's wrong with you. You know?
Yep.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
What happened with Scott?
I don't know. Uh-oh, Jennifer. Was I oversharing?
No, it might have been an accident. He might have been trying to click to go to his channel. I've done that in the past where I tried to click to go on somebody's channel and it ended up timing them out.
Oh yeah, because he was talking about her treatment.
Yeah, there was nothing. Okay.
Yeah. But so when Casey got home, and then I read over some of it even yesterday, I'm like, okay, I figured it was an accident.
Yeah. Scott, are you able to type in yet? If not, you might have accidentally been kicked out, but you can still be in. I will send Darlene the link to where she can go in and get you back in. So don't.
Well, he's just timed out.
Yeah.
But not kicked out. But I've done the same thing, I believe, before. Would go to their channel and accidentally.
Yeah, I have too. Especially if you're on a phone. It's horrible with the phone.
I can't chat on my phone now because my eyes are bothering me too, and that's something else. The medication I take, I have to have eye exams, and I haven't had that done because I have never stopped taking my it's an anti-inflammation medicine. They've had it around since World War I. Because for malaria, so it helps with it helps. But anyway, I've been taking it, but it can damage your retinas. So
wow. Yeah, see, and the thing is they give you a medication that's supposed to help you. Then, in order to counteract the symptoms of the first medication that's supposed to help you, they give you another medication. And then it's just like a vicious cycle. It really is. And I noticed so much different things with the different medications that they were trying to help, or to give to Tommy to help him. And he was on like 22, 25 different pills a day because of this pill had this side effect. So in order to counteract that side effect, it was another pill. And, and then it just all.
Well, and I guess I do take the inflammation medicine because I read an article that.
Let me grab something. I'll be right back.
That women with rheumatoid arthritis are at a higher risk of having a heart attack. And I really didn't understand why, and I really read it. And so it does make sense. If you have, it's sort of like plaque buildup. That if you have so much inflammation in your blood, it'll, it's going to stop your heart. It can stop your heart. So I do Plaquenil. That's what I take. And I don't have side effects with Plaquenil. And I do have my eyes examined, but I'm very funny about my eyes because I've been legally blind in my left eye ever since I ever had an eye exam. They tried a patch because they called it a lazy eye, but if I lose sight in my right eye, then I will only be able to see, and then it'll stop. It's kind of, my left eye kind of does that. And there's sometimes I'm tired and I will actually while looking at myself talking to you guys, I will see that my eye is trying to cross some, or I'll look real tired out of my eyes. But I do my eye exams, which I'm way over. I usually do them in January, but I just haven't made the appointment to do it. And that's another thing. If I have like I said, a time limit, like I can do God jars and know that a person don't know they're getting it. And so it's easier for me to just do that and then send them out.
Let me tell you a secret with Tommy, okay? Tommy was on 22, 25 pills a day, okay? He started taking this stuff.
Glucose, yeah.
But it has to have the MSM with it, okay? So I don't know if you guys can see that real well. Okay.
Yeah.
So because he started taking this, and I believe it is 1 pill 3 times a day or 2 times a day. Okay, so he takes this pill, 1 pill twice a day. He is now only taking 2 or 3 medications since he started taking this. And granted, you know, we have to buy this. Insurance doesn't cover this, which is no big deal, but he's got a really good deal. He found a really good deal for these. This has helped him so much that we even, it did. He was able to get off so much of his medication. He still has a medication for his stomach. He still has to take the Otezla, but he's hoping that continually to take this, he will not even have to do that. And then he's got, mostly his heartburn pill is the one that he takes the most. And then Lyrica. That's the other one, Lyrica.
My daughter takes Lyrica, or she did. I hadn't talked to her recently, but they gave her Lyrica for her restless leg syndrome. And see, Casey has that too.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I thought it was because of her gastric, but Casey hasn't had gastric. Casey has the same pinpoint areas that they do to see if you have fibromyalgia, which now they finally figured out that's a real thing. So the same pinpoints on me that bother me that they call fibro, Casey has those same places. But they don't like to diagnose men as having that. I mean, I used to work, I did his conference calls, but he and I would talk because he had the same neck surgery I did. So we were friends on Facebook, and he had to have his redone 3 times because his body tried to reject the materials. Well, he was diagnosed with fibro. And I told him, I said, I didn't know they diagnosed men with fibro. And that's, you know, like I said, Casey has the same trigger points that I do. And, you know, but I try not look. I done told the doctor last time, I'm not taking these 2 medications. One was the methotrexate, the other was an antidepressant. I said, it's making me throw up every day that I take it. Within 5 minutes that it hits my stomach, it's coming up and everything else is. So I said, my son started a prayer group, and that helps me not be so, I said, it helps me not be so depressed during the day. And I have gone a long time today, but I would have been hitting you guys up. You know, I don't know who's live, and I've probably overstepped a lot of my friends who's live. Had I not stayed on, I would have found some uplifting somebody else to watch. You know, that's my therapy. You know, I don't need a pill. I told her I don't want any more medicine. That is exactly what I told her. I don't want any more medicine. You know, and in fact, there's one that's supposed to help with fibro. I don't want that one. You know, it's not helping. I take it at night. I wake up, I still hurt in the mornings. The best medicine I've had is you guys, and I don't get paid for this. This is not paying my bills. But it's helping me. And I know it helps Destinie, or why would we do it? You know, I enjoy, oh, wait, would like to make some with lighter scarf. All right, CC.
I see that. Hi, you're in my face for one. Scott wasn't able to respond. So I'm looking right now to see, I can't remember exactly which website it is that you can click on, and I'll take you directly to that area. He might have gotten bumped out by accident. So just looking for the link. Hey, that's not nice. That is not nice. That's my ear.
Cheryl, did I miss something? Because sometimes when I'm talking and I get on a roll, I look around or I look down at my hands. Let me see.
Hey. No.
Okay. Good thing, Cheryl. She said try to look at doing the paperwork as being therapeutic. Tell them when answering that how long it took you to be able to answer that. Tell them you locked it in the closet, and tell them all of it. Make the paperwork worth them reading. Thank you. I guess I try to simplify it, and that's what's wrong. The doctors simplify. The doctors just try to glance over it, or they just want to hurry up and throw something down because they have 100 more patients. The doctor that I have to go to now because of my insurance, 3 years ago, he said wasn't nothing wrong with me, that I was on too many medications, and I was what is it when you can't, pretty much lethargic, that I couldn't even answer his questions, and that I was there just to get medication. Now, he was not even my doctor then. He said that I did not even have rheumatoid. He is a regular doctor. So the doctor I'd had for 10 years was my rheumatologist. And then my regular doctor, he was out because of medical needs. That doctor, oh, I love that doctor. But he had to have his legs amputated. And you know what? He come right back to work, you know, in a wheelchair. But because that one doctor that saw me for 2 minutes, when he saw me for 2 minutes, He put all that, he put that about me. And you know, that is what the judge took. The judge took that one thing that said nothing was wrong with me. And they based not allowing me to have my, to have it. Because it said there was nothing wrong with me.
Yep.
Now now he's my doctor because all the other doctors have left. And so I'm not going to panic. I'm going to fill out the paperwork. Let me check on her. Hey, Derek.
I am looking for that link.
All right, I am going to have to get off. Oh, Glory was barking. I don't know how she did it, but she locked herself back in the room. And she locked herself in the room. So I'm going to have to let her out, and I'm going to have to do some stretches and get myself mentally ready to go see these. I don't like going to new people. So different nurse practitioner I got to see today. So
yeah, and I will find you. Yeah, I will find you the link that you can just go and click on and unblock Scott. I think that's what happened. I think he kind of got booted out of the room. So I will try to find that link and send it to you so you can do it. And I would
tell MawMaw. I would tell MawMaw that about Friday night, and I haven't even been over to pick my car. You might not even have any cars left, Derek. But you guys, thank you. I guess you guys maybe calm me down a little bit more, and maybe I'll be more comfortable maybe going in to see the new doctor. But I tell you what, I'm going to take my makeup off, because you walk into a doctor's office with makeup on. You know what they do? They write in the notes, because I've done had to pay for a lot of paperwork, and I read everything the doctors say. You go in with makeup on, they are going to say that nothing's wrong with you. They're going to, patient came in, very well groomed, seems to be in, pain free or pain level. No, you're going to see me with no eyebrows that I painted on. You're going to see me looking like I did yesterday. That's what you're going to see. You're going to see that I'm tired, that I cover up my tiredness by trying to put eye stuff on. So you are not going to say that I came in as a painted woman and ain't nothing wrong with me. And you know what? If they want me to, it was telephonic last time. And if I feel like, after talking to my lawyer, that it's going to go the same way again, I want a court trial. I want to go into a building, and I want Casey to be pulling my guide box with me and show them my paperwork and show them. But anyway, you guys pray for me today. You guys pray for me for my doctor visit, because I have to take paperwork, and they're going to tell me that they can't fill that out. And when they tell me they cannot fill that out, I'm going to make a notation of that. And I'm going to write that on that paper. Oh, yes, they do. If you've never had to get your paperwork from like medical records, oh, yes, they do. They put, you better know what they're saying about you. I think it's a good idea. If you have a chronic illness, or you have a reason that you're sick or something, ask every now and then. Yeah, it's going to cost you $40-something maybe to get your medical records. get those medical records and see what your doctor's been putting in there about you. You'd be shocked. You would be shocked at some of the stuff some of these doctors would be saying about you. But anyway, I love you guys. Thank you for hanging in here. Thank you, Mr. Pickles. I love you. And
did you hear that?
let's see.
No, he's grooming himself now.
Okay, Mr. Pickles. Oh, now, okay, you're going to groom Mama now. Oh, you grooming Mama? Bye, Mr. Pickles. Mr. Pickles. Mr. Pickles. He said, nope. Okay. I love you guys, and I'm gone. And
much love.
Thank you, guys. Love you.